Is soccer the worst sport of all time? Are we going to review the World Cup and call our winners and preview it? No, but we will discuss some of that stuff and other things and other nonsense that we usually get to on Fridays. So before we begin everything, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. As always, I'm wearing something from the merch store. Is our September is Lust Month t-shirt. Everyone makes a big deal about Pride Month. Well, I'd say Lust Month is a bigger deal because that's how babies are made. And you can get that shirt as well as everything else at the merch store here, 20% off sale. You get any color, so you can change this to like green or pink or blue or orange. And you can get a long sleeve hoodie, infant onesie, and women's tank top. We have other things, our famous apron, playing cards, mouse pads, mugs, blanket, baby bibs, everything you could possibly want, 20% off. You can go to Amazon, buy my books. The most recent one is Jerks of the College Years, where I made fun of these wonderful people on the cover and many others. And then my first book was The Safety and Field Goal, which is a top 5 topic book about the NFL. And please consider super chats and super stickers. That is the best way to support the show. YouTube pays us nothing. I say it all the time, and it's true. If you guys give us like $1 super chat, we will make more than we will on YouTube. So that would be a great upgrade and a great way to support the show. But we are joined tonight by Tom at Quacky T. Tom, how are you on this beautiful Friday evening?
Walter, here we are again. Hello to you and hello to everyone in the Walter football family. Well, we're not going to get into it right away here, but I want to put something on the record in response to the video prompt. No, I don't think I'm going to defend soccer a little bit tonight. So it's going to be a great debate here. But, you know, we have a long-standing history though on this show when I'm on of cutting out the foolishness and getting down to business. So, you know, we got to get into some nonsense first.
Yeah, let's get down to business.
Exactly. Dude, I was watching I don't know, YouTube or something. I can't even remember what the medicine was. It was this ad. I can't remember the name of the medicine, but it said, "Do not take this if you're allergic to it." Is that really necessary to say? And I'm not truly, like, I'm not trying to like make fun of anybody. Like, do you think that there's like some sort of, I don't know. Like, it was just like the wording just seems clunky. Like, don't take this medicine if you're allergic to it. I don't know. Maybe there's something that I'm ignorant to here, but it's like, well, duh. Like, I mean, what am I missing here?
Well, maybe that warning would alert people as to like, hey, I could be allergic to this. Maybe I should check. Or, you know, on the other hand, it could be kind of like to avoid a lawsuit, kind of like with the McDonald's scalding hot coffee that the one lady sued McDonald's for. But it was like she got like 3rd-degree burns from it. So people always criticize that, like, hey, how could she sue for hot coffee? But like, she was actually hospitalized and she wanted McDonald's to pay for her hospital bills, and they refused, and then she sued for more. So it is a joke, but you know, lawyers are scary because, you know, anytime you get a lawsuit, you can get in big trouble. So I think that they just put it there, like on the site, on my picks page. I don't know if this is still there because we transferred over to WordPress in 2023, but my friend is a lawyer, and I wrote about her in Jerks of the College Years, the hot blonde lawyer chick. She was reviewing. She like just was looking at my site one day, and she's like, "Well, you should have a sentence here that's saying this is for entertainment purposes only." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess I'll add that. You're the lawyer after all." So, you know, they're always thinking of something, you know, some kind of lawsuit. So, you know, I can't blame, as silly as it sounds, I can't blame that company for putting that on the label.
I mean, I guess nowadays though, well, I like the wording of it. To me, like the way they word it is like it kind of like implies that they're already aware that they're allergic to it and still considering taking it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just ignorant. I don't know.
Well, people are dumb and they'll do stupid things. And, you know, George Carlin had that famous quote, think about how dumb the average person is and realize that half the people are even dumber than that. So, you know,
man, I'll tell you, when we did the in-person show a couple weeks ago, I know I'm stupid. I'm smarter than just about everybody I meet. So, you know.
You're not, what is it? You're sounding so sure. You're smart,
thanks.
guy.
But I'm also
you're a genius as far as I'm concerned.
I'm a genius of the very highest order. That's right. That would be
No,
correct.
I'm not joking. You're a smart
Really?
guy. You're a really smart guy. You should
Well, I
don't be self-deprecating.
I really appreciate that, but it's not like I think I'm knowledgeable, but like I don't know. Like I would say, like I definitely have a different way of like looking at things. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I have like I'm kind of as you know me for 22 years. Like I'm pretty contrarian.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
I think you can't be dumb if you're contrarian, unless you're like extremely contrarian to the point where you're like, like if DraftKings, I'm going to play all minimum guys and have, stupid stuff like that'll never work. Like that's stupid contrarian. But like, at least like when you're contrarian, you're at least like thinking of something, you're like putting some thought to it, as opposed to like people are just like brain dead and like doing like the normal thing and going with the flow. And sometimes that works,
okay.
but like I think you have to be at least average if you're a contrarian, a smart contrarian.
Well, I mean, I think I have my moments, but I was telling you in the green room before the show, I feel like I can barely read anymore. Like, I can read like 2 paragraphs of something, and then when I'm done reading it, I'll stop and think to myself, like, I couldn't tell you a single sentence, a single thing about anything. I couldn't even tell you what I just read about. And like I have to like keep going back and reading it. In fact, I took a class in college where we had to do like an hour's worth of reading, and then we would have a quiz on it like the next class. And it would take me 3 hours to do like an hour of reading because I had to take notes as I went along. Otherwise, I would have like gone through the whole thing because it's so boring.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most boring stuff you've ever read. Like I'm gonna take the time. Like my eyes are gonna be skimming it, and like in the moment, like I might absorb some of it, but I'm gonna finish like spending an hour reading that, and at the very end, be like, I don't have a clue, like what. But it's just because I don't find it interesting too. Because like I've, of course I've read books that I've found to be like very interesting, but like
you read my book.
Yeah, but I did, but I'm telling you, like I think like my just attention span is just maybe I'm losing it, man. I say that as if like I think I lost it long ago. For the regular viewers could probably.
Well, that was always the problem with me. Like, if there was something interesting, I'd be fine with it. I read my own books 9 times when I was editing it, just because my strategy was to go through it and then keep reading until I didn't find any errors. And then I would be like, okay, I'm done proofreading this, so I can do that. And like stuff I post on the site, I can proofread. Like if I'm like even the least bit uninterested in it, I just can't read through it. And that's why I did so poorly on the English portion of the SAT. I had I think I had a 710 in math, and I had a 480 in English, and yet I'm a professional writer. Like it's so stupid because they have these long stories, and then by the end it's like, what did the author think about this? I'm like, what does the author mean by this? I'm like, I have no idea what the story even is about. I can't even answer this. And then I have to like read it again. And then by the time I'm done reading these stories 3 times, 4 times, it's like time's up. Like, oh, I can't even answer all the questions.
It's a horrible existence, isn't it?
It's awful. It's awful. That thing was torture. I took the SAT 3 times. My score got worse and worse each time because I'm done reading these stupid stories I don't care about.
I got one for you. In 7th grade, I read this. In fact, if you wouldn't mind, I remember what the cover looked like because this book haunted me. It's called Travels with Charlie by John Steinbeck, and Charlie is spelled Charley. Charlie is his little dog. Yeah, see what we. Keep going down. Looks like there were many versions.
Yeah, it must be a great book.
Holy. Let me tell you something. We had to read this in 7th grade. We were in we broke up into groups and we had to read this. It was so hard to get through. Like I couldn't. It was the most boring book, and I went to my mom's. I went to my mom. My mom's a teacher. And I was like, Mom, like, this is going to sound crazy, but like, could you read some of this to me? Like, it's so boring. Like, I cannot do it. She was like, okay. Like, I will do that for you. I was like, oh, like I'm off the hook. Like, it was like, I needed to distance myself from it somehow. Right. So anyhow, my mom starts reading it to me. She gets through a page and a half and she closes the book. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. This was terrible.
God, what? Why was the book about that? It's like so bad.
There it is. The third, like right in the middle there with like the black border and like the yellow.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one.
There we go.
That's the one I had. Yeah.
So what was the book about? Like, why was it so bad?
I couldn't even tell you. It was just about John Steinbeck, the author. He's a well-known author.
Yeah.
He was just like traveling the country, like traveling the states, I guess, like road tripping with Charlie, his dog, and he was telling about his adventures, I guess. But it was like, oh my God, I couldn't. It's like one of those you read like a paragraph and you're like, dang it, like I didn't get any of that. And you keep rereading like the same sentences over and over. Ever happened to you with a book like you can't get through? It was horrible. But I wasn't even upset with my mom because I was like, I'm off the hook, and then she couldn't even get through it. I knew it was bad. Yeah. So like she like had some sympathy for me. It was like, damn, like this is terrible.
No, if only AI existed, you could ask it to recap it for you very quickly.
Yeah, and hey, no hate on John Steinbeck. You know, I don't have anything against him. It just wasn't for me, or not in seventh grade, not when I'm 12 years old.
Yeah, you always read these nonsense books back in the day. Like we'd always have to read like a Shakespeare book, and then it would be other stuff too. We did have, to the credit of my ninth grade teacher. Although my original ninth grade teacher, she had to step down for, I don't know, I think medical reasons. It was never really clear, but we had a substitute for like half a year, and she gave us some decent books. Actually, she gave us like Charlie, the Chocolate War, which was one of the best books I've ever read. It was it's kind of like the guy going against the establishment, and he just gets beaten down by it. I don't know if you ever read that one, but it was one of my favorite books of all time. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, just saying that, like, did you ever read that one? I thought it was outstanding.
Wait, what was it?
The Chocolate War.
No.
So it's about some freshman kid who, at the school, there's this guy Archie. He's a senior. He's like kind of like the king of the school. He's not a jock, but he kind of controls everyone. He can even manipulate the teachers and stuff. He's that like powerful in the school. And like the headmaster wants to sell chocolate and to raise money, and he put a lot of money into it because he's like, the school's low on funds. He thought they could raise a lot of money this way, and Charlie, the freshman guy, he's like, I don't want to sell this, and people are like, what do you mean? And then other people start not selling it, and then the headmaster like gets panicked because he's like, he invested so much money into this, he's gonna like lose a lot of money, and so he recruits Archie. He's like, hey Archie, I'll owe you a favor, or like, I forget what he was promised, but he's like, make sure this chocolate is sold. And so Archie like went to Charlie and he's like, dude, you got to sell this chocolate. Then Charlie's like, no. And Archie's, and so he gets like the whole school to go against like Charlie. Like it's this like puny freshman. Actually wasn't like the puny. He's like trying out for the football team. He probably would have been a big jock by senior year, but he like Archie, like, just make sure that life's living hell for this kid. And the kid just doesn't want to give up. He's just like, I don't want to sell these chocolates. I just don't want to do it. And it's like, he's just going against the establishment. He just gets crushed. He gets absolutely crushed by it. Yeah. It's a great book.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to we like when I was in school, like we read like a lot of those, like, I guess at the time, like a lot of public schools read, but I can't really remember a lot of them. In middle school, we read Tuck Everlasting. Do you ever read Tuck Everlasting?
Never heard of it.
It's like, yeah, these kids, they drank from this fountain. They lived forever. It was I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting. And when I saw it in like 6th or 7th grade, but like we read that The Giver. I think we read The Giver in 7th grade. But I'll tell you what, I can't even remember what any of these books are really about. Did you have to read like Of Mice and Men? I don't think we read that one, but that's like a pretty kind of messed up story, right?
Yeah, we had to read that one. Yeah, we had to read a bunch. Just a lot of books. The Shakespeare ones are always awful because like they weren't really speaking like complete English. It was like, a different
Oh,
version of it.
I didn't mind reading those.
I don't know. I always thought those were overrated. Like, I don't know.
Oh man,
Kind of dumb,
you're anti Bill Shakespeare.
Yeah, I think he's overrated. I think he's it wasn't like they weren't terrible, but I'm like, why is he so famous? There are better authors out there.
The panel of judges is not going to like this one, Walter. Yeah, it was a different time, and like language has evolved so much since then. Like it's, like Grandpa Simpson, it was the style at the time. It's like just like paying respect to the forefathers, if nothing else.
Well, what did he say? I used to know what was it until they changed it. Like,
yeah, he's like, I used to be with it. Then they changed what it was, and suddenly what it was weird and scary to me. Happened to you. Yeah, I love that. It's so true. Yeah,
and it is very true. You know what? Patrick, you'll like this because I watched the Jury Duty season 2, which is the corporate retreat. Did you ever watch Jury Duty?
I watched the first episode. I know about it. I know the concept of it. I heard it's really good, but
yeah. So season 2, they they're trying to be like a corporate takeover of sorts, but they're selling the company to this to this asset firm, whatever. So they bring in this singer called Sia. I don't know if you ever heard of her.
Sia, which does the song Chandelier.
I couldn't tell you. But anyway, so everyone's like, almost every character is like freaking out. They're like, oh my God, Sia. And the one old lady, she's the accountant of this fake company. And it's so funny because she reminds me of my accountant. Like it's like a same raspy voice, same age, like blonde hair, like dyed blonde hair, like looks exactly like her, like with no tattoos. Like it's so funny that my accountant was like that. Look completely like this woman, and like I said, same age, probably like 65ish. And so so everyone's like freaking about Sia, and this one's like, who the F is Sia? and I'm like, I laughed because I said the same thing a minute ago. I'm like, who the hell's Sia? I never heard this person. And I was like, I actually Googled, is Sia a real singer? And apparently yes, because she had that famous song. I don't know.
Chandelier. You don't know Chandelier?
Is it the song that goes? Well, I thought the other day. I thought she was singing "I Love Pigtails." But apparently it was I Love Cheap Thrills, right? Is that the one?
That's a different song.
Okay, well, whatever.
I don't know Chandelier, man. That's a great song.
I know Chris Chandler. I don't know about Chandelier.
That's a great song.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, for a genre, that's a really good song.
If I've heard it, I probably would be like, okay, I've heard this before somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't listen to music though. You know that. I mean,
no, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to get you.
If I listen to music, it's like old stuff, like Metallica or whatnot. Like I have a bunch of like old songs on my iTunes, but I haven't opened iTunes in months. In the car, I'll listen to fantasy football shows on YouTube or political stuff. Like I don't play any music, so I think there's no way. I don't think there's any way I would know.
See, I'm the exact opposite. I never listen to talk radio ever.
Well, it's not talk radio. It's
or
like
YouTube
any shows. It's a podcast.
Well, same. I mean, same idea. Not music. People talking. No. I only listen to music ever.
Yes.
So
people are listeing to us. You saying
I know, and I appreciate the support, but I truly do. But I always thought, I don't know, man. I can't. But I know I'm in the minority thinking that, because a ton of people listen to podcasts. Everyone is like, you listen to this podcast, that podcast. I'm like the only one that doesn't. Right. I used to, like, at one point, but like, I don't know. I think this comes back full circle to what I was talking about, my reading comprehension.
Does it? In what way?
I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Let's
I
move
was
on.
trying to figure out like the connection here. I can't do it.
Let's just move on.
And Patrick says, "Night fellas, love the TV show discussion at the end of yesterday's episode, and ready for more quackiness."
Thanks for
That's a
joining,
good
Patrick.
discussion. That's a good discussion with Mike at the end. I had no idea he was such a Lost junkie like me. That's my favorite show of all time. And then he mentioned Twin Peaks, which is my second favorite show of all time. So that was really cool.
What's your second favorite show? Umbish?
Twin Peaks?
Oh, Twin Peaks. I think the Mike popped. You're like, I thought you said
okay.
Amish, but like Amish.
Amish is my third favorite TV show.
Hey,
More than sorry, you think you do quacky. I find as I've done research for my writings, I think I forgot everything, but then I start talking as it comes naturally.
I appreciate that, Patrick, and that happens to me too. Like once I start, like once you start talking, you're on. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for always coming by on the Friday nights.
You know what that sort of happens to me when like for NFL draft prospects, like when for 2026, for example, like when it's like a week or 2 or 3 before the draft, like I know all the prospects, like I know like the strengths, weaknesses, like because I write up the reports for my own and also the stuff that Charlie writes. I read that too, but then like the draft ends and just 3 or 4 days later, I forget everything. Someone asked me, someone already looking at 2027, but like someone asked me about a tight end. I think the Patriots drafted in one of the questions maybe a week ago. And I'm like, I don't know what this guy, I don't know anything about this guy suddenly. I didn't know it 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm like Kelly Bundy when she did that that game show where she forgot about her dad. About the whole other stuff, you know.
I think it's just it's coming for us, man. I think we're just losing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because like in my head it's just like, oh, I don't need this anymore. Just goes away.
Right.
2027 prospects instead, and I have to know that.
I'll tell you what. I don't know how you like go through like you and Charlie. I mean, like obviously like I am in on the draft somewhat, but like I don't study it as closely as you guys do. Like nowhere close. Mm-hmm. Like how do you like? I wouldn't like. I'm still like a few weeks before the draft. Like, what position are they? I don't watch college football. Like, I always thought that's really amazing. But I guess that's what you're working on. Like, just like all day. Like, you just get used to like all the names. But I'm just like, okay. Like, after like a few days and like I get to go through the draft. I'm like, okay, now I know who these players are. But then like you get into like the second round and third round, you have like mocks through that. It's just like, dude, I wouldn't have a clue. I mean, like, okay, I could be like, oh, they need a linebacker. Like this guy, I don't know. Like in the third round, I don't know.
I have a whole spreadsheet on like 600 guys, 600 prospects or something like close to that. Mm-hmm. And it's just like notes I have on every guy. And so as like the draft like grows nearer, like in February, I'd be like, oh, let me see what I wrote about this guy. I can't remember. But like by April, I'm always reading this stuff from my mock drafts and stuff and mm-hmm. writing about it. That like through April, I can remember every prospect, you know? And so when I do my draft grades, that's how I get it posted so quickly. Like just because I know what I wrote about this guy. Wow. But like I said, like once the draft's over, my brain's like, you don't need this anymore. Just toss it out. So like, it's like in the computer, you like put it in the garbage. You know, it's do the garbage. Exactly. Yeah. So that's how, I don't know. This is how I process, but it's weird how that works.
I mean, I think it's like I just don't watch college football at all.
Yeah.
I'm okay with like the new playoff system, but I used to, outside of that Texas USC game in 2006. Actually, that's not. I went to a couple good like football games, but like I just never understood like the structure before 2014. It's like there are teams that can go undefeated. Like, why doesn't the coach just be like, hey, like no matter what happens, like we're not going to have a shot at the national championship, even if we go undefeated? It's like such a dumb system.
I know it was awful. You know? It was awful, and it's different now because like the undefeated teams will be in the playoffs, even if they're like Joe Schmo University, like as long as they're in 1A. But back in the day, like these teams, I think would actually have a chance to upset like the good teams. The difference now is that you have the NIL money and stuff. Like these players are getting paid. You have the portal stuff, and like all these players are transferring to good teams, and like all the top teams are collecting all the best players. And so now you have the Joe Schmo University. They don't have a chance against the team that has all the top prospects. They just don't have a shot. But back in the day, back when like you had a lot of you had a lot more prospects at these mid-major schools, like real NFL players. Like for example, Ben Roethlisberger went to Miami of Ohio. Right. Like these days, that's a lot rarer to happen.
Oh yeah.
So even as soon as like 2018, Josh Allen was from
Wyoming.
Yeah, and so now like I feel like Josh Allen, if he were still in college, it'd be like Alabama or Ohio State's like offering you a lot of money, just going to go there, unless like he has a connection to the school that he went to and he wants to stay there. Like that's the rare exception, but it's just so different now.
Imagine you won like 7 games as a college football team. You didn't make the playoff, but you get to play in the Great Idaho Potato Bowl.
Do you think you get like? Do you think it's a player you could like ask for like a lifetime supply of potatoes?
They probably get like some free something.
You'd think,
like,
right?
Well, I know that when because I had some friends in the Penn State Blue Band, and I think one year Penn State made the Outback Bowl, and like they had like the whole band got like free dinner at Outback. They were like waiting for him, Like I think they closed the place off maybe for him. So it's like, and it was free because courtesy of the Outback Bowl.
It's funny. I was talking to Ben Wassley about that. Ben from Australia.
Yeah.
We were talking about how like our Australian restaurants are like the Outback, like the Outback Steakhouse, and like I was telling him about him. He's like, that's nonsense. And I was like, do you have any American restaurants, themed restaurants in Australia? And he's like, yeah, we have American themed restaurants. Like there's pictures of Elvis all on the walls. Like,
that's hilarious.
So it's like a restaurant from the 60s. Like why is Elvis?
That's wild.
I've never been to a restaurant in America, obviously here, like with pictures of Elvis on the wall.
Oh my god,
that's so weird how like different countries envision us. We're like that's so uncommon here.
Yeah, I went to Spain 20 years ago. Geez, 2006 I went, and our bus drove past. Like we were in the city. Like I think it was I went to Madrid and Zaragoza. I can't remember which one. I think it was when we were heading towards Madrid. And there was this steakhouse, and it was called Nebraska.
Nice.
Like I guess that's like that's what they're Americanized. Like it's like Nebraska Steakhouse. I'm pretty sure it's a steakhouse, but like the sign just said Nebraska on it. I was like, wow, like it was like an interesting thing to see.
Did you go?
No, we were just driving past it. I have been to Nebraska though, shortly. Like I
flew over.
Omaha.
I flew over Nebraska.
Flying over doesn't count. You got to at least stand in there.
I didn't say count it. I just said I flew over it on the way to Colorado.
I flew into Omaha a few years ago, and I went to Iowa. Iowa reminded me a lot of central Pennsylvania.
It's all the same. It's
just
really all the cornfields and stuff. The cornfields look the same in Iowa as they do in Middle PA.
Yeah, but like something about like I don't know. Maybe it just happened to be like the weather because when did I go there in October? So it was pretty chilly, like not freezing, but it was cold and like I don't know, something about it like just really reminded me of Pennsylvania. It didn't seem like a bad place.
No,
I was only there for a few days, but I checked Nebraska and Iowa off the list right on one shot. But sorry, go ahead.
Did you ever hear the joke about driving to Penn State?
Oh, it's like cow, 20,000 hot girls or something.
Yeah. That's really what it is. Like the drive to Penn State is so boring. Like it's really nothing. Like you either take the turnpike and then you go to what was it 322 and all you see are cows for a while, or you take this rocky cliff area place where
that's how I came up.
Yeah, there were some shady looking houses there. I don't know if you ever saw it out the window.
I think I recall, yeah.
They would be like these dilapidated shacks, and they would have numbers on them. They'd be numbered up to like 50. And I'm like, what? Why? Who numbered these dilapidated shacks, and for what reason? Like, I was like, are there dead bodies in there, or like the body, like the serial killer is like dead body number 49?
I think I recall like like what you're talking about, like because like coming around like the mountaintop there, like or close to it. I think I do recall what you're talking about. I haven't been up there in 20 years.
It would
18 years.
It would be terrifying if you were there at night by yourself.
uh,
you be in House 51.
Yeah, I haven't been up to Penn State in a long time, which is actually that's not true. I actually went because I was dating a girl. We went to a Penn State football game in 2016, so that was the last time. So that was but I mean I don't want to go back up there anyway. But it is such like an interesting area, like the whole, and I mean this respectfully. Like I'm not throwing any shade at all, but like pretty much the town is built around the university.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't know. It was an interesting place.
It was so built around the university that everything closed when Penn State had a football game, a home game, I should say.
Yeah.
Like everything was closed. The gyms were closed. You couldn't work out, which really pissed me off because I was trying to get onto the Penn State swim team, and I couldn't work out those days. And it's a Saturday, just couldn't work out.
Yeah, no, that's true. They did like shut everything down.
Everything.
I met Joe Paterno on a couple occasions.
I think you talked about
it. Yeah. He would just walk around the campus. This was 2004, so this was before like any of all the horrible things that happened there came out. That came out in 2009. But I met him in 2004. He was just walking around the campus, and my mom had just come to pick me up from for Thanksgiving break, and this girl Amy I knew, like this guy was riding his bike toward us, and he's like, "Hey, like that's Coach like Paterno over there walking like that direction." And like Amy and I looked at each other like, "Let's go up and like say hi to him." So we were like kind of jogging after. He was a little ways ahead, and she was like, "Hey, Coach." And he just turned around. He's like, "Hey, you kids going home for Thanksgiving?" Yeah. So I met Joe Paterno.
Nice.
I
saw him drive by when I was going to swim practice. I saw him drive by in a convertible, and he like waved hi to me. I'm like, "Hi."
Oh wow, that was mighty considerate of him.
Yeah.
I delivered pizza to his house a couple times when I worked at Papa John's there.
I remember you saying, I don't know if you ever said that on the show, but I think you told me.
Yeah, but it was actually it wasn't he didn't answer the door. It was his wife.
Okay.
Who was known in the city too, Supa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but otherwise, I haven't been up there in a minute.
The last time I went up there was I think either 09 or 10. My sports writing professor asked me to speak to his class before, which is pretty cool because when I took that class, other guest speakers came in, and so like, oh, now I'm the guest speaker.
That's awesome.
And, yeah. And so I talked about my website. I talked about like internet journalism, which is kind of sort of new back then.
What year was this? What year did you say this was?
It's 2009-ish.
2009. Okay.
Yeah, around there. So anyway, I remember this girl. She like took questions afterward, and this girl was like, "So if you're running a website, why are you still living in PA?" Like, I'm like, "That's a good question." I don't know,
dude.
What am I doing here?
Oh my god! Hey, let me ask you this: when you went in there to be the guest speaker, did you wear a tie?
No.
What? You gotta wear a tie. What'd you wear?
Ties are for losers, man. And like, who wears ties these days?
Who wears ties?
No one wears ties.
Plenty of people wear ties. I know you don't like them.
But you're ties are like kissing your sister.
I mean,
it's true.
I don't love ties, but you're saying nobody wears ties. That's not accurate.
Only a couple people.
A couple. You're saying that like most people go for like the open collar, like with a jacket.
Yeah, but I feel like the most successful people, like the billionaires, they just wear like hoodies, like nowadays. They don't even like dress up at all, which I think it's like definitely the power move, right?
I wear a tie when I would do job interviews. Maybe if I ever have to do a job interview again, I'll go without the tie.
I'll say this: if as someone who runs a company, if I had if I were hiring someone in person And if
Oh.
someone showed up with a tie, and another person showed up without a tie, and they had equal qualifications, I would hire the person without a tie. It's true. Why are you laughing?
Why you got it out for ties so bad, man?
It looks hideous. First of all,
What about a bow tie?
Okay, bow ties. I would never wear one, but at least like I said before, you're contrarian. It's more of like I just think that like when you're wearing a tie, it's kind of like it's too in the box thinking. You know, you're trying to be like everyone else. There's no creativity to
Okay,
you.
I see what you're getting at, but it's. I mean, I guess it depends on the occasion, because I think there's plenty of people that would say, like, for a job interview, for example, like if you're a guy, like, I mean, I guess it depends on if you know the company you're interviewing for, if you know their culture already and you know how to dress, like you did the research to dress appropriately, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think they would fault you for not wearing a tie necessarily, but I don't know. So like I've done interviews like for, like I have like an office job, so to speak. And like some people show up like in their, like, I guess maybe like they could be like at work. So that's unfair to say. Like they're like in their car, like with a hoodie or something, like in jeans for a job interview. So it's just like, it happens. It's happened a lot more than I ever would have anticipated. But I would guess that most people, like if you talk to like, I don't know, working professionals, it's like if you're a guy, like you wear a tie to a job interview. I would say like at least 8 out of 10 would say. 8 out of 10 dentists recommend wearing a tie.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. But then again,
It's a good idea.
I'm not.
Something really bad's gonna happen.
You never know. What if the tie gets caught in something, you choke or something?
Well, I mean, you think that's happened to non-zero number? That's a non-zero number of time occurrences.
I guarantee it's happened. I don't know.
Man.
Actually, I don't know. I'm looking this up.
Ties.
Let me see. No.
I mean, I don't love wearing a tie, but like sometimes, like it depends. Like if you have a nice suit, like it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't think. I think a suit can look good. I'm not saying don't wear suits. I'm saying that like a tie looks ugly. I think open collar looks a lot better.
You know what I'm gonna do if I ever get married? I'm gonna ask you to, do me a solid and be one of my groomsmen. But we're gonna head on over to Joseph A. Bank, and we're gonna pick out a tuxedo that has a nice big tie, man. You're gonna have to wear it, or else you can't be a groomsman.
Well, if I'm doing you a solid, then it's fine. If that's your request. But I've gotten invited to weddings before, and it was like, oh, like tie, whatever. They'll say like tie requested or something. I won't wear one. I just don't. I don't
what
even know how
does
to
it say. Tie requested.
It's something stupid. It'd be like very formal or something.
Oh, okay. Telling you how to dress. Okay.
Yeah.
Black tie.
I'm not wearing a tie. I'm seeing a total of 55 deaths have been have been cited for ties.
Wow. Did they trespass you from the property for not wearing a tie?
No. So I think they were,
come with us, son.
Yeah. They say like, hey, you have to put this on.
Yeah. Son, get yourself a tie or get out. Like out here, like running, like securing the situation there. Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
why would I stay? I'm not gonna stay at a place that's gonna make me wear a tie. It's horrible.
Like maybe like an upscale restaurant or something might make you wear a tie.
I just wouldn't go. I'd rather go to like Burger King or Arby's.
I wouldn't want to. I always tell, like when I'm in a relationship, I always tell my girlfriend, like, don't ever take me out for like an expensive, like fancy dinner for my birthday or anything. Like I appreciate the gesture, but like you could take me to freaking Chipotle, I'd be thrilled. But like sometimes you see like these gourmet, it's like there's like no food on them, and it's like $80 or $100 a plate. I mean, I'm just pulling this out of like what I see from like a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Like you're gonna pay, and it's like I just don't get it. That's like 2 bites, and I'm gonna pay all that money, and I'm gonna leave disappointed and unsatisfied because I'm not gonna be full.
Yeah.
And I'm certainly not going to buy another plate because it still won't be enough. And now I'm out $200. Just take me. You can get a bowl of Chipotle for $10. I would be more satisfied with that. And I'm not hating on anyone that enjoys that because I know, again, there's a contrarian, but it's, because I know a lot of people do, but like, I don't know. I just wouldn't enjoy that. It never looks like enough food. The portions of like the fancy looking plates never have ever looked like enough food to me.
Never.
I guess that's something about me, though. Maybe I'm just outing myself as a complete and utter slob.
Well, Gluttony Month is coming up soon. So I feel the same way. It's like when I've gone to like these fancy restaurants, I'm done. And like I walk out, I'm like, hey, do you want to go to McDonald's? You're just like so hungry right away. You never get enough. It's same like at weddings too, unless there's a buffet. Like you get like, oh, you get this chicken. They ask you like steak, chicken, or fish, and like steak's probably the best option. Chicken's like this little like piece of like chicken nugget, and like you're done, and then it's like, and then they always put like one broccoli on it, as if that's like enough.
Oh yeah, it's like 2 carrots or something.
Yeah.
Those real thin ones.
Yeah, it's like what? Give me another piece of chicken instead of that. You're not going to get healthy off like 2 very small strands of carrots.
I went to I still can't believe that they did this. I won't say the name of the company that I was working for when I went to this convention in Vegas for them several years back, and it was like a black tie dinner, and actually Kenan Thompson was the MC. It was kind of neat, and it was black. Everyone was all dressed up, and it was like this fancy dinner, like people are coming around and filling up your water and the whole bit, and there's like an MC like going on. The only option was Chilean sea bass. Wow. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I don't eat seafood.
Yeah.
And I was like,
is that an option if there's only one thing?
Yeah, like it was. I've never been to it, and I know that for sure because like I asked them, like, isn't it like, I can't believe they only had that one thing offered, but like they gave me like a fruit salad, but I was not happy. And I again, like I know most people like I don't know. That's so funny to me that like people like, oh, Chilean sea bass, like they get excited about that. I'm like, oh, I can't eat that.
Yeah,
I can't. I mean, maybe that says something bad about me. I try to branch out, but I just can't. I just cannot get into the seafood scene. But I was shocked that there's not like, there's usually like beef, like you said, beef, chicken, or some sort of fish. Or
vegetarian, yeah. That's so random. Chilean sea bass. You'd be like, you should have like Chilean sea bass or grilled cheese,
or dino shaped nuggets. Or something.
Yeah, dino nuggets. Yeah. That was like the one girl at my wedding I told you about, where we had all this food, and she goes to the waiter, she's like, and this is how she sounded. I want chicken fingers like the kids. I don't want this.
Oh yeah.
So they gave her chicken fingers, like the 2-3-year-olds we had there.
The shoot, what was it? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Dang it, I had a story for it. I lost it. All right, I'll come back.
Maybe we'll find it. Boorish American arrogance disguised as American exceptionalism on display.
What talking about the World Cup?
Some very big words. I don't understand what you're saying. Patrick says, I almost forgot to mention, I know Quacky has mentioned it before here, went to Hershey Park first time last weekend with Buddy. Incredible coasters, but park is kind of meh. Looks like Six Flags Park.
Yeah, they do have some good coasters for sure. But no, I went in 2022 was the last time I went. But I've been there like twice since 2019. The thing about Hershey Park that like you went on the Chocolate World ride as a kid, right? At some point.
Me?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me or Patrick? I've never been to Hershey Park. We discussed this before.
Wait, you've never been there?
No, I've driven by it. I've never been there though. Like I
don't remember discussing this. I don't remember discussing.
Oh yeah. And then you got into like the whole thing where you could ride something, and then they'd give you like a chocolate candy at the end or something.
Yeah. The Chocolate Factory, the Chocolate World Tour.
the tour. Yeah, you mentioned that before.
You
But
never wrote on. I don't remember this conversation at all.
Yeah,
Who is in it?
yeah. What's funny, I remember this, but not the draft prospects from the year before. I told you I've never been there, but I did drive by it because my developer Dennis, his wedding was in Hershey, and that was back in like 2000, was it 2010 or whatever, or 2009 maybe.
20,
so
20 and 10.
20 and 10, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was 2009. No, it was 2009. Because that was the weekend when I started Jerks of the Week, because I was supposed to go, speaking of that hot blonde lawyer again, she was supposed to be my date to this wedding, but then she bailed on me. But she bailed on me because she was starting a new job at a law firm, and they had like this meet and greet or whatever. And so she's like, I shouldn't miss that. And so I wrote about that. I was very angry. Well, so not really, but still. But it was still a fun weekend up there. But that's like the only time I've ever been to Hershey.
Wow.
Was that wedding, and I wasn't going to go to Hershey Park like during the wedding weekend.
I can't believe you. I've told you my gripe about the song at the end of the Chocolate World ride.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that song is so like had so much nostalgia for me. Hershey's chocolate, Hershey's chocolate. It's like, and then it was just like they played it at the end of the ride, and you're gonna get your little candy bar, your fun size candy bar. I'm like 7 or 8 years old. It's like,
how long was the ride?
It's I don't know, like 7 or 8 minutes. It's like it's like a short like a slow like people mover, and it's like, oh, over here is where they get the cocoa beans and all this, like, and there's animatronics like a Reese's peanut butter cup waving around and whatnot.
Here are the short people who do slave labor, and they do sing silly songs.
No, the Reese's peanut butter cup, he's tall.
Okay,
the
tall slave labor and the sing songs.
Yeah. No, it's an animatronic. Or so we think. But anyhow, and then you would hear that song at the end of the ride, and like as a kid, I don't know, fills you with wonder and whimsy, and you're going to get some chocolate soon. So like I don't know, there was so much nostalgia for me in that song. And then I went on the ride in 2019, and I brought my girlfriend at the time up to Pennsylvania, and we went. And I was like telling her like, yeah, like the song at the end, like it's such like a very strong like memory of like my childhood. And they replaced it with something else.
Oh no.
I almost wrote a letter. I'm serious. I almost did. I was not happy about it. And I've never, I'm not one to care about these sorts of things ever. But I was, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to do it, but it did cross my mind to write a letter.
Did you ever see that the Marriage of Children episode where Al Bundy wants to write a letter because they cancel his favorite show, Psycho Dad? And he's like, but real men don't write letters. And so what he did was he cut out, he got one of his wife's magazines, so he cut out letters and he glued them to a piece of paper. So he sent them to the TV network. Yeah. And the guy who played Psycho Dad was like, we got this letter from Al Bundy. And they read the letter. He's like, this is the most psychotic thing I've ever read.
Yeah.
Like, this convinced me not to do the show anymore.
I remember there was that Family Guy where Peter was. Remember the show Coach? You ever watch Coach with Craig T. Nelson?
And I saw 1 or 2 episodes. I was never into it.
I caught a little bit of it when I was a kid. Like, it used to be on in the mornings when I was like getting ready for school, and my mom enjoyed it too. Like we weren't like we did watch it a lot of mornings. I really enjoyed it, but like I'm talking like season 1 or season 2 of Family Guy, which interestingly enough are pretty much the only 2 seasons of the show I've watched. And Peter's writing a letter to like, I guess CBS or whatever network it was on. And it's like, dear, like producers, please do not cancel Coach. The skilled, like, I can't remember what it was, but like the skilled acting of Craig T. Nelson will be missed very much. And like, as he walks away, he knocks over ink on it. So like the ink moves in such a way that the letter now says, if you cancel Coach, I will kill Craig T. Nelson. And then Craig T. Nelson shows up at his door. He's like, are you Peter Griffin? It's like, yeah. And he hands him and he's like, make it quick. But yeah, I thought about that. Like he spills the ink like perfectly. That's like 1999 Family Guy.
Jeez. Yeah. Craig T. Nelson was on Young Sheldon. He played He played the grandma's boyfriend. He was on a bunch of episodes.
I don't watch Young Sheldon, but
Well,
yeah, no,
they finished it, but it was actually much better than Big Bang Theory, which is a horrible show.
I've caught a couple episodes of it. I didn't like it. It's interesting because I feel like Big Bang Theory, like people are on one side of the like very like hard line. It's one side or the other. They love it or like they hate it. I haven't really given it a fair chance. I probably like sat through maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, but I don't know why I should give it more of a chance. It's to me it's terrible.
It's not a good show. Like if you take out the laugh track, I don't know if they're like
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they're YouTube clips where they remove the laugh track and they say their jokes, and they're so awkward and terrible. It's just like it feels like you're a clapping seal whenever they tell those jokes. It's like it's just so the show is so formulaic, and like they would just be like, oh, like nerd lingo, and then the hot neighbor girl will be like, what? Mm-hmm. And they're like, ha, she doesn't get it. It's like every episode, and then it just got worse and worse. Like there were a couple funny moments in there. Like I watched every episode just because, like, you know, my wife would have it on all the time, and you know, it's not like the worst, but it just sucks though. It's such a bad show. But Young Sheldon was completely different. Like there was no laugh track, there was no one line zingers. You know, it was like interesting characters, highly developed characters going through these situations in like real life, and I thought it was a really good show, and I thought the ending was great. You know, a lot of endings disappoint for TV shows. This was a really good ending.
Wow. Well, I mean, I haven't really even looked into like Young Sheldon to watch it because I know it's related to Big Bang Theory. So, I mean, I never gave it a fair chance, but like, I don't know, like it's just not like on my list of like, I mean, there's a trillion shows, like it's impossible to watch like any of them, you know? So it's like, it's not even on my list to like, maybe I'll get around to it.
Yeah, it was good. And I don't think you even need to have seen Big Bang Theory to watch it and enjoy it. I just think it's like really well acted, great. Like I said, great characters and lots of character development, and it was really good. And the shame of it is the Sheldon's older brother Georgie. They did a spinoff of Young Sheldon. It was like Georgie and I forget his wife's name, Georgie something's first marriage. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, I didn't like Big Bang, but I really like Young Sheldon, and it's cool to continue with these two characters as they go into their marriage. I was like, oh, let me watch the episode. I lasted 30 seconds. You know, I was like, as soon as I heard the first laugh track.
Oh yeah,
I'm out.
Yeah, it's you know, but I guess on the same token though, I mean, maybe some people it's like you're just in the mood for that you know, that brand of nonsense. I mean, there's people like I really love The Office. There's people that say that. I mean, there's I feel like there's people on both sides of every show, but like more at least from the eye test, Big Bang Theory than anyone else. Friends is another one. There's some people that
Friends is
like,
awful.
Yeah, like some people really love Friends, and then people are like, is like the dumbest show. But
it's the same thing. It's the same like one line zingers, laugh track, one line zinger, laugh track. You know, it's at least like the characters were more interesting than the Big Bang characters. But it's just like a slight upgrade, just like a slightly better version of Big Bang.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's people that like I love The Office, but I know there's people that are like The Office is so stupid. Like I don't know how anyone thinks that's funny. So you know, it's everyone's different, but it's like I think I get why people don't think The Office is funny, but I mean
they're probably dumb. Don't get it.
Michael Scott, it takes an advanced sense of humor. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Right. We get like this. I feel like I should do this in an English accent or French accent, maybe. French probably better. Thinking McDonald's is something to doubt about this truly America at its best. I'm guessing you guys like the TV show Saved by the Bell, where stupidity was put on a pedestal.
Yeah, you want to know? Yeah, mules and two mules in a cart. Okay, now I can. Yeah, look, my reading skills are getting better. Okay, well, it's all one word. Yeah, two mules in a cart. How's it going? You want to know something? I never actually watched Saved by the Bell. So it was a little bit before my time. Like it was
Okay.
more like I just missed it by a couple of years. I mean, I did catch an episode here and there, but there's this series on YouTube. It's called Zach Morris's Trash.
It's trash. It's so good.
I can't believe, I mean, you know what? And I guess it's like, like people, people love to say like, oh, this didn't age well. Like, yeah, most things don't.
No,
most things don't. And it is weird to look back and be like, it was just a different time, and also like it was, and also by that, like I don't know, like you knew it was fiction too, I guess, but I don't know, like there are
no, it's real. It might have really happened based on a real true story.
Screech. No, but like
of course,
I've watched a lot of those Zach Morris's Trash, and that it almost like makes me wonder, like, did they just like fabricate this like in the YouTube video? Like these were real episodes? It's crazy, man.
All of them were real episodes.
Crazy,
I've seen every episode of Saved by the Bell. I think I have the DVD collection.
Really? I probably only ever watched like one episode ever, and it like just because it happened to be in passing. It was just I never watched it.
Look, it's not a good show, but like right now, if you rewatch it, it's not a good show. Like, it definitely does not hold up. Like other things don't age well. This ages like horribly. But,
but like this is early 90s, and it was like a different time, and like when you're a certain age, you're like, oh, like it's like high school kids, like if when like because we were really young when it came out, so like I don't know, like it was like a cool like thing that like kids watched, like all your friends watched, I guess, sort of thing. So
it was like, I don't know. It's like you had a group of friends or something in high school, and like it's sort of like that. Like they were your group of friends. Like Zach was like this like conniving guy who would always get into trouble, and like the Zach Morris's Trash episodes were great because they detailed like how much of a douche he was. But it was, and they were all true. Like all of them did happen on the show, but like. In the very first episode, they reveal that he has a crush on Kelly Kapowski, and then they show his room, and he has like a cardboard cutout of this girl. And it's not even it's not like a celebrity where you had like you had a crush on Taylor Swift and had a cardboard cutout of Taylor Swift. I can at least understand that, but like how do you have like a cardboard cutout of a girl in his class? Like, first of all, how did he get it? Second of all, it's like a little weird that he has it, right?
What did he like take it on over to Office Max and have it printed, or like how did you get this going?
It's and it's like her in a cheerleader outfit too. It's not like a regular picture.
No one working at Staples was like, why do you need this?
It's like that Robin Williams movie where he's
1 hour photo. I just watched that a few weeks ago. Right. I just watched it. That's a classic. For those of you, if you're not familiar, it's Robin Williams is of course a brilliant comedic actor, to say the very least. Rest in peace.
I just watched Jumanji today. Man,
what a classic.
Mm-hmm.
But for those of you that might not know, because I find like the people, not as many people know about this movie, and maybe because it was a much different role for him. It's called 1 Hour Photo. I think it came out in like 2002 or 2003.
Yeah, around that.
It's an incredible performance by Robin Williams. I almost could argue like maybe his best. Maybe not. I mean, I'm sure people could come up with a better argument than that, but it's a different role he plays. It's like a creepy thriller, and you should really watch it if you like suspenseful, like thriller type of movies. But it's perfectly portrayed. 1 Hour Photo. Highly recommend.
Mrs. Doubtfire was his best performance. Let's not forget about that one. I love that movie. I watched that so many times. Actually, I was watching Jumanji. My dad put it on for my niece, because we're all at my parents' house today, and my dad goes, he's like, I used to love Robin Williams. I hate him now. my sister's like, he's dead, right? he's like, yes, I know, but I still hate him. I'm like, why? He's like,
why? What?
I'm like, because he dressed like a woman in Mrs. Doubtfire. And I'm like, but that's the only way. That's the only way that he could say you see his kids. He's like, I understand. I just didn't like.
That's one of the classic comedies of the like. Probably, I mean, it was, as far as movies go, like I would almost argue like a staple in media, like a motion picture media in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was that big of a movie. And of course, the genie, that was a great role.
Oh yeah. Well, they almost had a Mrs. Doubtfire too. where
I remember. Yeah.
the youngest daughter was supposed to be in college or something, and then and Robin Williams is going to dress up as the house mother, just to keep an eye on her. But apparently he didn't want the script was bad or something. He didn't want to do it or something, so they canceled it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I thought I'd heard murmurs of it, but like, I don't know. I never believe anything I see anymore. So until I actually see it.
Well, with this AI technology and like being able to recreate stuff, like they could probably do it now. Yeah. It'd probably be better. As the years go on, as this keeps getting better. It's kind of scary, like the videos you see now, where it's like it's like AI videos. It looks like so real, and like you could tell like a little is off, but like 3 years ago, it was not even close to what it is now. And like, think about what's going to be in like 3 years from now. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, man. It's going to get interesting here soon. I don't know. I'm along for the ride, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hey, imagine waking up every single day and your name's Brady Papinga.
Sounds like a Looney Tunes character.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I was thinking of earlier today was the 05-06. I'm sorry, the 2005 NFL season where the Steelers won. Yeah. Remember when they upset the Colts in the second round, and the Colts?
Oh boy, do I!
Yeah, the Colts failed to convert on a fourth down. I think they were on their own 2, and they, it's turnover on down. So the Steelers have it on the Colts 2, and I think they're up 3, right? Yeah, they're up 3, and all they had to do was kneel it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. I remember this, the girl that I was dating at the time, she was over, we were watching the game together. And I looked at her, I was like, would you kneel it here? Or would you try to run it in? And she goes, I try to run it in. And I said, I would kneel it. They should kneel this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Freaking put his helmet right on the ball, man. That thing came flying. I was like,
was it Roethlisberger chased it down?
Yeah. Yeah. With that literal shoestring tackle. I couldn't believe that was happening.
Yeah. I really wanted the Colts to win. I wrote an article. I told you this, I think. I wrote an article in the Center Daily Times. I used to have my own column. And I said that there was no way the Steelers are going to win this game. Of course they did. I got so much hate mail from that.
I remember that,
yeah. Every half hour, a new one came in. It's like, you should quit your job. You should never be a writer again. Well, guess what, people? I'm still a writer.
Well, I'll tell you, for all the missed opportunities that the Colts had in the Peyton Manning era, that was their chance, man. They were a better team than the Steelers.
They did win one.
Yeah, but they should have had at least one more, I think. And I think they could have cruised the rest of the way out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously anything can happen, but like I think there's a pretty high likelihood of them kind of cruising through. That was their chance because Steelers were the 6th seed. They kind of snuck in there, and then Vanderjagt missed that.
They lucked out in the first round too. When Carson Palmer got hurt.
Yeah, Palmer got hurt. That's right. Because Cincinnati beat them both times in the regular season too.
Yeah, and the Bengals were winning when Palmer went down. I think it's like early second quarter he got hurt. That was like the luckiest Super Bowl win ever for the Steelers, because I remember the Seahawks game too. They had all these bogus calls go their way.
Oh yeah, I think I can't remember his name, but one of the refs admitted like years later that he messed up the call or I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that was I think one of the worst Super Bowl teams ever, the Steelers. It'd be cool to have like a compile list of that, but
it's never a Super Bowl. I mean, I've watched videos on it because there's a lot of theories out there that it was rigged in some way, and I get. I mean, it was in Detroit. Jerome Bettis was from Detroit.
Yeah,
it was like a party for him, for Bettis and the Steelers, and he went out on top. So I think a lot of people say the NFL wanted to just keep that narrative going. It was a good. Everyone was loving it.
Yeah,
and because there definitely were some calls that and I can't remember which one it was. I think there was a touchdown, but got called back just holding or something like that.
Yeah,
but
so many shady calls, not just one.
Yeah. Oh, and I love Al Michaels, one of my favorite commentators of all time, but he has one of my least favorite calls from that game. When Antoine Randall L throws through that touchdown pass, he's like, "Here's Randall L." He's like, "He can throw. He was a quarterback in college." I don't know why. It sounded so clunky, and I mean no disrespect because I love Al Michaels. He's a legend, but it's like he's a quarterback in college. I don't know. It was so strange to me. Yeah, that's not a Super Bowl that I've really rewatched. But I don't know. Maybe I'm weird to begin with. Do a lot of people rewatch old Super Bowls like I do?
Some people do. Kenny famously said many times on the show that he's rewatched the first Eagles Super Bowl, their win over the Patriots. He says he's seen it like 50 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I watched like the Packers Super Bowl, like the one they got with Rodgers. I've watched it a few times, but I don't know. Like I'm trying to think. Like I'd watch the Giants that when they beat the undefeated Patriots that year. That was a good game.
Oh yeah.
But like Steelers Seahawks. That isn't one I'm running like let's watch that one. 21-10. Right.
Yeah, and you're not going to rewatch Patriots Seahawks from this year.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's or Rams Patriots where the only touchdown was Edelman.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess we really when you think about it, and I don't know, I'm pulling this out of thin air, so correct me if I'm wrong. If you think about it, there have been like there's far more like really great Super Bowls I feel like than like absolute like duds. Like, can you think of any like any duds like that 13-3 Patriots over Rams? That was a dud game.
Yeah, Niners over Chargers. That was complete dud.
Yeah, but there was a lot of excitement and action. What Young had 6 touchdown passes, right?
Yeah, but
there's a lot.
It's over at halftime. It's like there's not competitive.
Sometimes I like to see a team get rolled.
Okay.
A lot of people hate the Seahawks when the Seahawks beat the Broncos at 43-8. I love that one. I love that.
I love it too because I bet the Seahawks.
Yeah,
but if I had bet the Broncos, I might feel differently.
As did I. But it was a lot of people, like everyone would say like, oh, that was the worst Super Bowl. I loved it, man. Because there was like they just got a touchdown like every way.
Yeah, safety on the first play too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, safety on the first play. I think they got a couple field goals. They're up to like 8. Mm-hmm. And Malcolm Smith had the pick 6. He ended up being Super Bowl MVP. Russell Wilson had literally the best in the league right now. He had a touchdown pass. I think maybe Lynch ran one in. Like it was. Yeah. And then Percy Harvin. Remember he was hurt the whole year, and he ran back the second half kickoff for a touchdown. Yeah. He didn't play all year except that. It's like, dude, my guy came in and like definitely earned the ring. Percy Harvin was great. Remember when he was on the Vikings in 2009 with Favre? Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Yeah, the Collard, the old Collard Kector himself.
Favre, man. I will say, for all the pain that I've dealt with as a Packers fan, I think about that, the interception on the one year when the Malcolm Butler had the interception on the one. So remember that NFC Championship game, the Packers absolutely to say imploded would be the understatement of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And that was the last time, as I've told you many times, the last time I got sports depression. After that, I was like, no more. I'm not playing this. But then it's like, man, I thought that hurt. Imagine being a Seahawks fan 2 weeks later. And they throw an interception at the 1. So it's like, well, I guess maybe I don't have it that bad, But the Packers, if you look at them, they've had so many heartbreaking playoff losses in our lifetime. Yeah. In the Favre era and certainly in the Rodgers era, there's like 5 times where Rodgers or they lost on the last play or in overtime. Rodgers never got a chance to get the ball back because it was the old rules, and their defense gave up like over 35 points or more. Mm-hmm. They had so many chances, man. That team frustrated me so bad.
Yeah, and now that coach is coaching again somehow. Can't wait to bet against them.
Dude, what if something crazy happens and they're just like they turn over a new leaf, McCarthy and Rodgers, and they're like their buddies.
Yeah, right.
And then they just go out there like they've got a twinkle in their eye and a pep in their step, and they're like, we're ready to take on the league this year, and they come out firing like 4-0.
No.
Then what?
I'm fading them after 4-0.
No.
I'm fading them after 1. I think they're going to be in Atlanta in week 1, and then that's going to be Fade City, I think. Like they play like Cleveland in week 3 at Cleveland. I feel like they're going to lose that game. They lost to Cleveland last year.
Yeah. I always think about like players that like I think I mentioned this to you at the end of the season. Like Do you think like, and I mean this like with no disrespect to the man, like, do you think like DK Metcalf is like hurt at like the Seahawks won the Super Bowl because like he was on the team like his whole, up until like they traded him away and then they won the Super Bowl and he was a huge contributor to that Seahawks team. Like, do you think he's like fell down for a while?
I would imagine so.
That probably sucks.
Yeah, I guess. But then again, he has a lot of money, so he signed a huge contract. So that could make you feel better a little bit,
That's true.
Yeah,
I guess you're right.
And if you're him, athletes are pretty cocky. Like I'm sure he's thinking like, oh, I can win this year. Although he's probably looking at McCarthy and Raj and be like, maybe I'll go somewhere else. Or maybe Drew Aller would be good. I don't know.
Drew Aller.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah, I don't know, man. Remember Anderson Varejao on the Cavs? Remember he was on the Cavs when they lost, and then he went to Golden State the next year that they went 73-9, and then they blew that 3-1 lead. Dude, that has to hurt.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he got traded mid-season, so I think he got a ring no matter what that second year, but he wasn't on the winning team. I think I did read that. But dude, that would hurt, and not only but like it to be like the same team.
Yeah.
Like you get traded to the team, like you're up 3-1, and then the team you were on earlier beats you. Oh, that would sting.
Well, that was the Draymond Green suspension, which kind of messed them up. But speaking of 3-1, do you think the Spurs have a chance to come back?
Yeah, of course they do. I mean, look, if I'm not saying like, look, they're a young team, and they've dug their own grave. They've made their own bed here. But it's like we're talking about a handful of plays, and like there is a scenario where like the Spurs could have swept that series.
Oh yeah,
like Wemby makes that shot at the end of game 2. They blew a lead late in game 1, just like a couple plays go a little differently for them, and they win that game. Same thing for obviously they're up like 29. Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, everything had to go wrong.
Yeah.
So that was tough to watch. So yeah, so to answer your question, God, I'm really something, aren't I? Yeah, because I think they're they could easily win, and I think yeah, I mean they've been in every game, and they've had leads for a lot of these games. So like yeah, they could definitely win. And I don't know, and if I'm betting, the league probably wants to extend the series if they can, for those of you that are, on that level and that. So probably like it to go 6 games and end in New York.
Right.
Wouldn't that be cool? Oh yeah, people love that.
Oh, people love New York. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So yeah, I would probably take the Spurs in game 5 here. That's what I think. I think it's going to be. They're really right. Even like, I mean, everyone was on New York's nuts, man. Like on game 3, even Charles Barkley was like, he's like, this is New York's night. And I was like, wow, man. And then I bet the Spurs -1.5
Nice.
and it hit. So, but it's just, here we go. We're bringing it full circle again. It's almost like the Jerome Bettis show in Detroit in that last Super Bowl. In a way, like it has a different feel. So I don't know, like if you're of the belief that someone, the referees or anyone is influencing this game somehow, my money is going to be on that there would be influence, if it exists, in this game, because they'd rather it go longer. I mean, and this is what I'm saying is essentially canon. I'm not trying to present this as anything groundbreaking, but I don't know. I think it's probably. I think I take the Spurs. Are they favored, or are they like plus
for you said for you take of game 5, but not the finals, right?
Oh, sorry. Wow, that went right over my head. No, I take them in game 5. Okay. Oh wow, they're -5.5. I thought they'd be like 2 or 3.
Yeah, they've outscored the Knicks in the first 3 quarters of the series.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been
they're down 3-1.
Both, I'll tell you what, this NBA final and the Stanley Cup final, these are the best finals in recent memory. Every game in both series have been phenomenal.
Yeah,
on some level, it's been great. So That's good because sometimes like I wasn't watching a whole like other than football, but like I wasn't watching a whole lot of games, and then like I don't know, like it's good to get back into it and like to catch like a whole lot of good games. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I hope it does go longer.
Yeah, they've had good like intermission analysts too. Like they have Barkley and Kenny Jed and NBA, and then they have CeeLo Green for NHL. I think it's pretty cool that he's on.
PK, yeah, PK. I love PK Subban. He's an NHL legend.
Is he?
He's
Never heard of him.
I love PK Subban. Yeah,
not that legendary. I've never heard of him.
I love PK Subban.
I've heard of Gretzky and Lemieux. I've never heard of Subban.
Well, not that sort of legend status. I'm embellishing slightly, but no, PK Subban is a solid player, man.
We're from legend to solid player.
Yeah, no, but he was great. He was great. I really love PK Subban.
Okay, well, for the finals, the Knicks are minus 500, Spurs are plus 380. If you had to bet a side, which one?
Definitely the Spurs. I mean, I'm not minus 500. Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Yeah.
What am I going to bet $500 on? No.
Yeah, I took Knicks 13-1 a game 4. Well, I woke up and I fell asleep at halftime. I woke up and I knew they had a big lead, but it was 90-75 at the end of the third quarter. I'm like, oh, I wonder what the odds are. And I saw Knicks are like plus 1,300. I'm like, 15. They're only down 15. They could come back. So unfortunately, I only bet $25 on them. Not gloating here.
That's a nice hit. No, that's a nice hit, man.
Yeah, but I'm like, why didn't I bet like 100? $1,500. But yeah, hindsight is 50-50. Jinx, cheers. I owe you a Coke or something.
Yeah. Coca-Cola Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shoot, now I had a story for you, and I forgot what it was.
Well, sorry, I guess we'll never know.
We're talking about the Knicks and the Spurs. I would definitely not. I wouldn't touch either of these, but if I had to pick one, I'd rather just put like something small in the Spurs than because and this is nothing. This is not like breaking news in the NBA, but it's like I swear to God, man, just from the eye test, I would almost like the team I'm rooting for. I would almost hope that they go down double digits in the first half because I feel like every game I watch where that happens, the other team ends up coming back and winning.
Yeah.
Like every time I watch a game, I feel like to the point where like I've had bets where like the team I have is down 20 in like the second quarter. And I'm just like, oh, like I'm actually, I have feelings of like, I'm glad. I'm like, okay, cool. Isn't that crazy? That's happened to me. And then it ends up winning.
Yeah.
What that I guess a citation needed here. I'm kind of pulling this out of nowhere, but I feel like that never happened in like the 90s NBA. Like,
Yeah. Well, I don't know how common it is compared to the 90s, but it definitely happens a lot now. Maybe because like in the 90s NBA, like the players usually stuck to the same team for a long time, and these teams had a lot of chemistry, and so maybe they weren't going to relinquish leads like that. Whereas like the guys in today's game, they don't maybe have the same sort of chemistry. That's my guess. I don't know. I don't know if maybe I'm pulling that out of my butt, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there were lots of comebacks.
And I mean, you would see a large comeback from time to time, but now I feel like I'm never like you're never out of it down like 20 in the NBA anymore. It's so strange how it works. Like I wonder what changed. And again, I haven't like looked up the statistics, but it certainly feels that way.
I wonder, and I don't know if there's any way to look this up. I wonder if you could just like find anytime a team goes up 10, you bet the money line the other way and see what happens. I guarantee you come up at winning.
Yeah, or at least close to it. I'm telling you, it happens. I remember one time. This was in 2019. I took the Bucks, and it was near the end of the season. So it was like a mixed bag of like starters. Like it wasn't like their full starters. They were down by 30 in the second quarter. And I was like, great. They came back and won the game.
Oh my God. Can you imagine what the money line was?
I know, right? And look, I know like 30-point comebacks have happened before, but it just seems like, I mean, it's been like literally every game in this finals.
Yeah.
I just don't remember them happening like that sort of thing happening that frequently. Back then.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I know Nuggets, who's one of the golf guys. He'll be on Tuesday. He I don't know how often he does this, but he said that he bets hockey and he waits for a team to go up a goal and he bets the other side.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad, especially if they score early.
Yeah.
Anytime we did it when we did the in-person show a couple weeks ago, where San Antonio was up 15-0. I was like, dude, let's take the Thunder right now, man.
Yeah, they won outright. We should just bet the money line.
I know. Yeah, exactly. See, but that was an easy win. I think we got them like plus 8.5 or something, 9.5.
Yeah.
Like, this is
great. Think about a 15-point deficit is nothing in the first half. I mean, the Knicks came back from 29, and they were down 15 entering the fourth quarter. They came back, and it got even better. Like I got 13-1. And it went down a little bit, and then like the Spurs went on a surge, and they went up like 18 or 19, and then it got back down to 15. And I was like, oh, I wonder what the spread is now, or the line is, and it was 24-1. And I'm like, that's what I'm really kicking myself for, like not doubling down, because I was like 24-1. That's crazy.
Yeah,
like for 15 and with like 9 minutes to go, it's very
well. Let's do it again. I mean, it's happened literally every game. Let's do it again. Tomorrow. Yeah. When's the next game? Saturday?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. Sorry, I don't even know what day it is. Ugh.
Well, technically,
I don't even know where I am anymore. Oh yeah, I never did.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. So you can do that. I do want to bet the Spurs in the first quarter. I'm so sick of betting in the first half because like they get up to these big leads in the first quarter and then they blow them for some reason in the second half, and then they have a good third quarter and then they blow in the fourth quarter. Like the even quarters, they just suck. Like, if they can only play odd quarters, they'd be great.
It's so it's so strange. Holy cow! Let me say too, freaking Dylan Harper. I love watching Dylan Harper. It's very surreal to me. Like 30 years ago, I watched Ron Harper, his dad, win a ring with the Bulls, and now I'm watching his son play in the NBA Finals. Yeah. That's insane to me. Man. Time is passing. That's all I'm saying. Time is passing. But I really like Harper. He's that team. I mean, if they can keep that team together, they're going to be the oldest player. I think, like when they're 5, is De'Aaron Fox. I think he's 28. Everyone else is real, but you can see it a little bit. They've made some bad decisions that have cost them. But holy cow! I mean, Wemby could easily get like 5 rings. I think 6 maybe. I mean, it's obviously there's a lot that goes into it. There's so many variables that can, change everything no matter what, what you have on paper.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't understand why they don't they kind of have him like out on the point. He's shooting threes. Yeah. Like it's cool when he makes them, but sometimes like, don't do that. Or he's like out on the perimeter and he's like driving it. Like just get him under the basket. They opened up game 3 doing this and are just like feeding him down low. It's like, he can't be stopped in there. I almost feel like, I don't know, like he's just like, why don't they just keep doing that?
Yeah.
Like I feel like he should be, I don't know.
I've had the same feeling the whole time. Like I just like what are they doing? It just feels like they're just like coached so poorly, Like I hate Popovich. Just like bring him back, please.
I'm getting concerned because Sweeney, their Spurs coach, is going to be the Magic coach. That's my team. So what's going on here?
Oh yeah,
I don't know. He'll be an upgrade. I liked Mosley at first in Orlando, but then like you could, from what you read and like the vibe you got from what the information you got is like there's trouble in the locker room for the Magic. So he was out the door at halftime of Game 7, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope Sweeney is. I mean, obviously that Spurs team is really good, but I hope he works out for the Magic.
Yeah.
Come on, bet the Magic to win it all next year, man. Come on. Imagine you bet it and then they get Giannis. Oh, dude. It's not gonna happen. I'm joking, but I don't think they're a bad play. I keep on telling you, like they should be way better than their record was. Holy cow! Are you telling me they're more than 45-1?
Let's see where they are. There's 80-1 Magic. I feel like you keep telling me about the Magic every year. You're like, this is their year every year.
I've been saying that for 30 years.
I know.
80-1, bet it, man. Come
80 to
on.
1's pretty nuts.
80-1. They're gonna make the playoffs, and they would have made it to the second round if Franz didn't get hurt. Okay, I mean, or so it would seem, right? There's a very high chance that they would make it. They didn't, like, Bane really like hit his stride at the end of the season. It seemed like, but I don't know. Like, they just can't ever seem to stay healthy at the same time. They also do a couple, like, oh my god, I really like Jalen Suggs because he's like a good, like, emotional leader. But that guy can just, like, every time he shot, I was like, oh god, he had a poor shooting series against Detroit, and it's just, I don't know. They have so much talent. I feel like they should be better. They should have been a top 3 seed this past year. They're 8.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. Just one idiot's opinion. What are you looking at here? So it sounds like a threat. What are you looking at? Here for next year's win.
Well, the one thing that sticks out to me is the Pistons, because they were the 1 seed, and like, yeah, they lost in the they lost before they lost in the semifinals of the Eastern Conference, but they were still the 1 seed, and like, I feel like they did not do as well as they should have, because Cunningham got hurt at the end of the season, and yeah, he came back, but I don't know if he was operating at 100%, and like, they're still a young team, just going to get better. So I feel like, you asked me like who's going to get out of the East next year. I think the Pistons have the best chance, and at the 30-1. I'm
very surprised.
Yeah, and part of me wants to. It's a stupid bet, but part of me just wants to keep betting the Spurs because I had them at 70-1. But like, my dad and I took him at 70-1 because they had potentially the best player in the NBA. And we're like 70-1, like they have the best player in the league. Like they could do some damage here. So
yeah, really.
That number just stuck out like a sore thumb. You know?
Yeah, for sure. That was a great call, man.
Yeah, and it's like, as far as like odds here, like the Rockets is 60-1. They're usually like a decent team. Now the West is tough. But like, like Durant was hurt, and that playoff loss that they had against the Lakers, like, so they were not at 100%. And I know that Doncic was out too, but like they brought in Durant for the scoring because they were a good defensive team, and they're like, okay, so we can finally score with Durant, but then he was not available, so like their plan went out the window. I like help them. Well, I like. Well, I mean, what do you mean he's not going to help them? What are you talking about?
The Rockets aren't. They're not going to do anything. I'll tell you what I like.
I do like I like Şengün a lot too. Like he's going to keep getting better. He's a young star. I don't think they're going to win. I'm just like the best team around those odds. Like you're not going to get you're not going to get Spurs 71 every year. It's just not possible. But like if I had to take a team priced 40-1 or higher, I think like you like the Magic. I think the Rockets are the best team for that purpose. But it's not going to happen. Although Dallas is 121 with Cooper Flag, like that's another, a possible unicorn. But I think like year 3 for him, like not yet, year 2.
Give the Hornets a go at 90-1. They really came on at the end of the year there.
Yeah,
out of nowhere. Know. What if? You never know. Sometimes it's that team that just misses the playoffs. Sometimes, how it goes, and then they're coming back next year.
I don't know.
I got one for you. Load up on the Indiana Pacers, dude. Halliburton's going to come back, and like they're probably going to get a good draft pick. Yeah, or did they? Was that already decided? I don't even pay attention. I haven't been paying attention.
The draft hasn't happened yet. No.
Yeah, but did they get the pick? Did they do the lottery picks yet?
Oh yeah. They did the lottery. I have.
What pick does Indiana have? But I mean,
I have the mock draft on my site.
Oh, okay. But yeah. Go ahead, pull it up. But if Halliburton's back, and they really they did the right thing. Like, they didn't bring him back, and they had a terrible year. But dude, that run that they had against when they lost to the Thunder last season, I will remember the Pacers more. I can't really say this about any other like championship game, whether it be a Super Bowl or World Series. I will remember the loser of the series, the Pacers, way more. This was way more memorable than the Thunder, the winner, to me.
Well, the Pacers lost their draft pick because they traded for Ivica Zubac and the center.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm not even in the loop here.
Yeah, they they traded the pick. It was top 2 protected or something, or top 3 or 4 protected, and they fell out of the top 4 and they had number 5, so they lost their pick. So they traded the number 5 pick for Ivica Zubac, basically. So
Okay.
that's not the GM even like apologized on Twitter. he's like I went for it. He's like I went for it, didn't work out. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I still think that imagine they play just as well as they did last year, and I'm sure.
I feel like that they just caught lightning in a bottle that year. Like they were not that good. They just got so lucky in so many games. I don't think they're gonna come back.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, but I think at 28-1, it's worth a little. I mean, I think they'll probably be decent.
Yeah, I think I'd rather bet the Pistons at 30-1. I think the Pistons are better. And you don't know if Halliburton's gonna be healthy. He's coming back with devastating injury.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I still think 28-1 is pretty good. Maybe people sleeping on him a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know. Don't take advice from me in NBA picks.
They stick out as like they're the 5th favorite. That says a lot for a team that missed the playoffs. And I know obviously.
Wow, I didn't even notice the disparity there.
Yeah,
it's like 7-1, like to 28-1.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was like just the 5th one down there. Holy cow!
Well, I mean, you have 2 teams at plus 250. Like you're going to have a gap eventually.
Lakers 30-1. If the Lakers, oh my God, I'll die.
Well, Doncic will be back, but LeBron is going to be like 41, 42. So
I'll be so mad if the Lakers win. How about the Timberwolves at 30-1?
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of like the same boat as the Nuggets. Like they if the problem for them is like before the Spurs came on, if the Thunder had some injuries, they could have a chance. But now they have 2 teams in front of them that are substantially better, not just one. So that's the problem for them and Minnesota. So I think they're okay to bet. I think they should definitely be priced higher than the Lakers. But I don't know. I feel like it's a 2-horse race really for next year.
The Warriors are 45-1. If they win it this year, I'll die if that happens too.
That's not gonna happen. Like the Rockets should be, I think, priced higher than the Warriors.
Rockets are dumb, man. Remember when they blew that 28, the 17-18 season? When they missed like 26 threes in a row in that game 7.
That's so long. What does that have to do with this team?
No, but I'm just saying, like the Rockets, like they just never get. I mean, since Elijah won that era, like they're never going to get over the hump, man.
Well, maybe Şengün's the next Elijah. Actually, it's Wemby's Elijah with ball skills, like dribbling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I won't say he won't be, but there's big shoes to fill. Elijah a legend, but I don't know.
Wemby's gonna be better than Elijah. I feel like because he could do everything Elijah does, but like he could shoot threes and dribble to the basket. Like
I don't disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree. But I mean,
it's crazy. It's crazy what he does. Like it's insane. Like I've never seen a player like this.
Yeah, I don't know. He needs a little more experience under. I think you could tell he was Like he was. What was that? Game 1, I think. Down the stretch, he had like a shot off the side of the backboard. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes, and it's going to get, of course,
it's 22.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like it's obviously of course going to get better, but it's just like because I was telling people after game 1, I was like, you should bet the Knicks to win in 4 or 5 in this series, and I compared it exactly to that 1995 NBA Finals. It was Shaq's first when the Magic made it, and the Rockets were the 6th seed. I mean, they had won it the year before, but they were actually the 6th seed coming out of the West. And the Magic were, that was a great team. And then that was, of course, that game 1 where Nick Anderson missed those 4 free throws. Oh, that hurt. And I love Nick Anderson. I'd never hold that against him. He was what a legend. But well, now I lost my train of thought. I was talking about Oh yeah, okay. So I was comparing that to the '95 finals because like
Yeah.
Shaq, obviously one of the greatest of all time. Certainly greatest centers, and he just wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Like Olajuwon just had more experience, and they swept him.
But that's
And I
the
was,
different. The difference there is that Olajuwon was already established and one of the best players in the league, and that Rockets team was really good. Whereas like
yeah,
this Knicks team is a good team, obviously, but
yeah,
they're
but
not on the level of that Rockets team though.
yeah, but just saying in the sense. So anyhow, like I was making that comparison, and then Charles
Yeah, yeah.
Barkley said that
Oh,
at
did he?
halftime. He was like, Shaq, he's like, this reminds me of the '95 finals. He's like, you maybe weren't quite ready to get. And I had just said that to somebody, so there's got to be some merit to what I'm saying.
Shaq,
And then,
let me tell you something, Shaq.
yeah, well, then Shaq went on to win 4. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It just it doesn't feel like that's the Knicks and this Knicks team, that Rockets team are on the same level, you know.
I'm not saying they're
and
exactly the same. I just mean like from a sense of like
being ready to win, but they beat the Thunder, and the Thunder are better than the Knicks. So like, it's so weird that they just keep what? Ooh, I think it's very clear that the Thunder are better than the Knicks.
I just want to see what you say.
Okay. No, I just I feel like the Spurs, and I guess the same could have been said about that Magic team, but like the Spurs team, the one thing going for them still is that they will get better every single game that they play because they're so young.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. It's like it's the compare. Like you just needed to get this experience under your belt, before you get one. It's not always.
Yeah,
like,
but,
go ahead.
Yeah, but usually you see that before they get to the finals. Like I remember the Iverson years when he started off the Sixers. They would keep losing to the Pacers, and then it was like second round. They'd always lose to the Pacers, and then they finally got over the hump and went to the finals. Whereas like the Spurs, they already beat the top team in the league and they're already in the finals, and yet they're getting caught up by a team that's not as good as them. And it's because of their stupidity in the fourth quarter, which I guess you could say it goes to their youth, but they beat the best team already with their youth, and they have even more experience than they did in that Thunder series. And so it just seems like the whole thing seems so fluky to me. Like I feel like I know the Knicks are up 3-1. I think if they played 50 finals games, I think the Spurs would be up like 30-20 or 30, maybe 28-22. Like I think they're definitely better than the Knicks.
Look, man,
like I've said it before, that they've outscored the Knicks in the first 3 quarters of this series. It just has been like stupidity, like Wemby throwing the pass to Castle when Castle's not looking. Like all you have to do is like dribble. You at least go to overtime. Like there's no reason the Knicks should have the ball. In the last game, you had Fox steal the pass. They're up by 1. He goes for a layup and gets blocked. Like all you have to do is hold the ball. You get fouled. You go 3. Like what are you doing? It's just 2 dumb plays. They could be a 3-1 instead of being down 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, man. All I know is I said something about that comparison to the '95 finals, and then the very next day, Charles Barkley said the same thing on national television. So I think I should get something for that.
What if Charles Barkley watched our show? He's like, these guys know what to talk about.
Certainly shouldn't take NBA advice from me.
Yeah, Shaq's like Charles Barkley is like watching a show now. He's like, oh, let me say this on the next episode.
Yeah, like every broadcast there's something I say. It's like he's got like a camera in here.
And let me tell you something. First of all, the Magic going to win the championship. Bet them at 80-1. They're very very athletic and they play fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Barkley was saying the same thing I did. I think I'm onto something. What
would you say if Barkley predicted that the Magic would win in the next tomorrow night? What did he say that?
That would be okay. Then I'd be nervous. Then I'd be a little nervous. Yeah.
Two mules in a cart is actually Charles Barkley.
Shout out to you, 2 mules in a cart. Shout out to I love Charles Barkley. You know what's it's so funny? I have friends that like or who are NBA fans who are like a couple of my buddies are like 8 or 9 years younger than I am. Never saw Barkley play.
Yeah.
Like they've never Barkley was a dog, man.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He was
I remember.
awesome.
I
feel
mean,
like
he was on the
people don't.
Sixers.
Yeah, people like don't. Like I don't think he gets as much appreciation. He was the man.
Yeah. What a
Yeah.
dumb trade by the Sixers, huh? Do you
Yeah.
know do you know who they got?
From the Suns.
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't.
Jeff Hornacek, Tim Perry, and Andrew Lang.
Oh wow. Well, Hornacek was all right as a role player on the Jazz, but
Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. Tim Perry was some bitch bum. Lang was just a big body. It's like they got like that was my first lesson of like the old tale of the mom gives the son $1 and he goes out and some kid's like, oh, I'll trade you 2 quarters for $1 and he goes, oh, 2, that's better than 1. So he gets 2 quarters and then he meets some other kids like, oh, you have 2 quarters, I'll trade you 4 dimes. Like, oh, 4 4 is better than 2. He gets 4 dimes and he meets someone else like, hey, I have 6 nickels. How would you like that? He's, oh my God, 6 is better than 4. And then he says 6 nickels. And the other guy's like, oh, I have 10 pennies. And they trade. And he comes home. He's like, Ma, I turned the $1 into 10 pennies. that's what the Barkley trade felt like. It's like they got 3 pennies for their $1. And maybe Hornacek's like a dime. They got a dime and 2 pennies like for their $1. And that's my life lesson is like, sometimes that 1 is better if it's so much better than the other 3.
Yeah, and then the Suns went to the finals of his first year there, didn't he?
The 93 finals against Jordan.
Bulls,
Yeah. I think it was 4-2. I think. I'm sure. Kevin Johnson was on the team.
Yeah, Danny Ainge, and
Dan,
or wait, was Ainge on? Yeah, and Marley, Dan Marley.
Yeah. Dan Marley, Tom Chambers.
Mm-hmm. They were a good team. They had the best record that year.
Yeah,
they had a better record than the Bulls, but yeah, man. I see a lot of these like memes and stuff or reels saying like people say like Jordan had no competition in the finals. It's always the people that like that witnessed witnessed Jordan play, like that are on the Jordan GOAT side of the argument, and it's always like the people that like grew up watching like mostly LeBron or probably not Jordan at all. But like I just don't understand. Well, like I don't know. Like who do you think's the greatest of all time? First off,
Russell Wilson.
Dude, I'll tell you, he is literally the best in the league, though.
No, I think Jordan. I mean, I never saw Wilt play, so I can't speak to that. I mean, well, his numbers were insane, but by all accounts, like Bill Russell is really his only competition. So I would say Jordan. And I mean, he won 6 with like taking a sabbatical for 2 years,
Yeah. But like people, I don't understand. I think it's just a disconnect. Like if you didn't witness it, because like, the game has evolved, obviously, but man, those Jazz teams were really good. That Supersonics team, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Detlef Schrempf, Hersey Hawkins, Sam Perkins. That was a solid start. That was a good team, man.
Yeah.
I love Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
That's a solid starting 5. And, they always say if George Karl had put Gary Payton on Jordan before game 4, maybe it would have been different. Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean,
yeah, but like how many Hall of Famers did he beat in the finals? The Jordan, like Magic, Clyde Drexler, and
Charles
then
Barkley,
Malone, Stockton,
Malone. Yeah. Is
Yeah.
Gary Payton in there?
I put him on the next tier. I don't think. I mean, he wasn't a dream teamer. Maybe that's what we're talking about here. Is he beat Magic, Drexler, Malone, Stockton, and Barkley were all dream teamers. He beat half the dream team in the finals.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean no competition?
I don't know, but I mean the game has just changed so much. It was just like a different.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't get it twisted. I mean, LeBron's incredible. Like I'm not. Like I understand the GOAT argument, but I don't know. There's just something different about watching Jordan. But getting back to what I was saying about it being like a generational thing. I used to, when I worked at this pizza place, and this guy that worked at the shop next door,
You
his name was
told me this story like
yeah, Fred. He's like 80 years old.
Yeah.
And I was like, who do you think's the greatest, Fred? And he's like, Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, Chamberlain. But maybe he was. I don't know. I never saw him play.
Yeah, exactly. But he did. So it's all perspective, I guess.
Yeah, and I think, like, for me, I think the correct thing for any Zoomer who never saw Jordan is to be like, the best I've ever seen is LeBron or Kobe, but I never saw Jordan, so I don't know. Like that's my stance. It's like the best I've ever seen is Jordan, but I've never seen Wilt, so I don't know. You know, like I feel like that's the correct stance to have. But anyone who's like, oh, definitely LeBron, well, like, no, because you don't know. You haven't seen the other guys. And in case in point, if you say that Jordan never had competition, like we just mentioned 5 people on the Dream Team, and he also beat Ewing in the Eastern playoffs. So that's 6 members of the Dream Team. He was 7. Did he play against Bird in the Eastern playoffs? I don't know if he ever did.
I feel like at some point, like I don't know for certain.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. And who else? Chris Smalling never won against Leitner. Obviously, is a
Isaiah. The Pistons had their number, but then they finally did beat him. He didn't.
Yeah, they beat Isaiah Thomas. Yeah.
Dennis Rodman, he's another Hall of Famer. I mean, there was plenty of Hall of Fame. Sally is right. Is Sally Hall of Famer?
No. I'm talking about Dream Team.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm going back and forth.
Isaiah Thomas is not on the Dream Team. No.
Yeah, he should have been though. They voted him off.
They didn't like him.
Yeah. I don't blame him. I'm not a huge fan of his either, but he was definitely an incredible player.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you could make the case for it. So, like, who else was on the Dream Team that he didn't beat? I mean, let me pull up the
David Robinson.
David Robinson, yeah, he never played against him in the playoffs.
Christian Laettner.
Yeah, Christian Laettner.
Dude, Laettner's the man. Laettner's the freaking man.
Yeah.
Did you see that? You don't watch documentaries, really? The 30 for 30 on Christian Laettner. It's really good.
No. So Barkley, he beat in the finals.
Did you just say no interest?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, come on. Let's watch it. Okay, in lieu of the Titanic challenge, let's watch the Christian Laettner documentary.
The Titanic challenge. So he beat Barkley. That's 1. He never. I don't know if he played against Bird in the playoffs. Let's say Drexler he beat in the finals. Ewing he beat in the Eastern playoffs. Magic he beat in the finals, and here's Jordan himself. So Laettner doesn't count. Yeah, Malone he beat in the finals. Mullen he did not. So it's actually 2 guys, not counting Laettner, that he didn't play in the playoffs. Mullen was Mullen was 2. Pippen was on his own team, so he couldn't do that. Robinson was 3. So there are only 3 guys on the Dream Team that he didn't beat in the playoffs.
And not to mention, both of those players, Mullen and Laettner, never made a final. Everyone else did, right?
Yeah. Robinson eventually, but yeah. So,
Robinson got 2.
Yeah, but right. Eventually, when Tim Duncan was there, but yeah. So
did he get 2 or 3? No, he just got 2. Yeah. 99 and 2003, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh my God, I used to know this stuff.
Yeah, what happened?
It's the first thing to go is the Dream Team stats.
Yeah,
man, you should watch that Christian Laettner thing, man.
It sounds so boring.
Oh no, it's riveting.
We were. I don't know. Do we time to talk about the crash, or do you want to talk about the soccer nonsense? We haven't talked about soccer.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. 147.
That's the thumbnail.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And like this guy comes in as like Bush American arrogance. Bush American arrogance disguised as American exceptionalism on display.
Wait, do you think he was making fun of us, or was that a comment directed at the U.S. World Cup team because they were playing? Was he trying to make us the subject of fun?
Well, no, it's the same guy who was like thinking McDonald's to tout about is truly America at its best. But we were never touting McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't think we brought up McDonald's today.
No, I mentioned it once when we said those fancy restaurants. We fufu ala tutu, and you're like, oh, we're so hungry. Let's go to McDonald's after.
Okay. So it did. If you look at through the index, you would see McDonald's in the index,
right?
In the show,
right?
Yeah.
I don't like McDonald's, so I don't think either of us was touting it. I'll tout Arby's, but not McDonald's.
Yeah, I'll tout Arby's. I won't eat McDonald's again, I don't think.
Egg McMuffins I'll eat. I love egg McMuffins, but that's it.
Yeah, I haven't had it in or I hadn't had it in a while. And then I think it was October. I was driving back from Pennsylvania, and I was just like getting into like, I was stopping at my dad's, and I've been driving all day and I was hungry, so I was like, I was like, I'll just get McDonald's, I guess. I threw half of it out, man.
Yeah,
Threw some of the fries out. I was like, it's bad, and it's so expensive.
Yeah. So, soccer, worst sport ever?
Yes, no. You never watched it? You never watched it? I'm not
seen it. Wait, I never said I didn't watch it.
I didn't say you didn't. You said that.
You just said it.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said you should watch it. I didn't. No.
You said you never watched it? You literally just said that right now.
No, I said, did you ever watch it?
I thought you said you've never watched it.
And yet, no, I said, did you ever watch it?
I don't think you said that, but the flag on the flag challenge.
No, look, I'm not like super like gung ho about soccer, but I will check out some of the World Cup games. Let me tell you something about soccer. It does, and I know, because there's a lot of people that share your sentiment, and I used to be one of them. But because it is slow moving, low scoring, sometimes you get nothing, and it's just like,
sorry. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
You made a mistake. It's not nothing. It's 0-0.
Oh, 0. Yeah, forgive me. See, it shows you how much I know. Guys, I'm not trying to say that I'm a soccer fan. I'm not. Like, I would never tune into soccer outside of, like, I'll catch a couple World Cup games and I'll enjoy them. Like if they go into like the penalty kicks or something, like it does, like the tension builds a little bit. It can be fun to watch. But like, I don't, like I'm not a soccer fan, but like I'll check it out. I'm looking forward to catching a couple World Cup games here. But yeah, and let me tell you the best thing about soccer. The best thing about soccer is the game starts on time. Like if it says 7 o'clock start, that it starts at 7 o'clock, not like like every other major sport. Oh, 7 p.m. start. That means like 7:12 or something.
Right.
By the time all the ceremony and I don't know, they're lighting fireworks off and have the dancers on the floor, so it's never it's the only sport that I know of that starts on time.
But it doesn't finish on time.
Well, what does?
You never know when it finishes. There's no clock. It goes up and you never know when it ends.
Well, it's supposed to go to what, 90 minutes, and then there's extra time, but I don't
extra time. But what is this extra time nonsense? I feel like it's just so arbitrary. Well,
it is different for sure. But look, what I'm saying, they say it's the most popular sport in the world. I do enjoy it when I get to catch a World Cup game, but I'm not like, oh, like let's go, like I don't get like excited to that level about it.
Do you know why it's the most popular sport in the world?
I don't know. It sounds like you're going to tell me.
Because it's so easy to play. Because all you need is a ball. That's it. Everything else you need for basketball, you need a hoop, right? And it's not easy to get a hoop.
Yeah.
In football, you need pads. And for hockey, you obviously need ice and sticks.
And there's probably some merit to what you're saying, but it's like, what's our definition of like how are we defining that here?
Defining what? All you need is a ball. You literally just need a ball. You don't even need nets. You can, if kids are playing in the street, you could be like, this here to here.
Yeah, but how are we defining popular? Like when we say it's the most popular sport in the world.
You're the one who said it. I don't know.
But no. What I said was they say it's the most popular sport in the world. Because I always wondered that, like maybe just because it like exists in the most countries. I never knew what the measurement was. So it depends on what they mean by the most popular. Like, I mean, that could mean anything.
Probably.
But there's merit to what you're saying too.
Yeah.
But but like when you say most popular, like what do they do? Like a poll of fan? You like soccer? Yeah. Like I mean, like was there like a census? So,
I imagine like between ticket sales and
I'm not doubting
TV viewership. I was
and I'm not doubting it's true by any stretch of the imagination. But like I always wonder, there's like the most popular sport. Like how's it like? What, like per capita?
Yeah. It's a lot of countries, a lot of people in countries, different countries like it, and that's 100% true. I'm not going to dispute that, but it's easy to see why that's the case because it's so easy to play. It's the easiest sport to play. Because like I said, it's the only sport you only need one thing.
Well, you find the game itself boring?
I think it's incredibly boring.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather watch the Titanic 3 times in a row than watch watch one soccer game.
Three times in a row.
Because at the very least, when the Titanic's going to end. But you never know with soccer. It could last 8 hours. You never know. You never know how long extra time is.
Especially in the World Cup, it's like 90 minutes and an extra time.
Yeah, extra time. How long is? 5
But
hours?
They end up going down to penalty kicks if it comes to it. I think it's really exciting when they go down to penalty kicks.
I'll give you penalty kicks are a little interesting.
Yeah, especially if it's like the semifinal. If it's deep in the cup run, if you will.
They should just do penalty kicks for the whole game.
My cousin used to say that because we always enjoyed the penalty kicks. He's like, just skip the whole game and go right to that.
It's the only good part. It's the only good part. Just have the whole game be penalty kicks. You have 20 or instead of 5, or I don't know how many they have. But
I can appreciate. Did you ever play soccer? I never played soccer.
In gym, I would play soccer, and I hated it. So
I never played organized soccer, but I am of large frame. Like I'm not like a runner.
I think volleyball was the only sport I hated more playing wise.
You don't like volleyball?
I hated volleyball. I could never tell where the ball was going. I could never hit it over the net. I'd hit it and it would go backward. I was just so uncoordinated for volleyball. Whenever we had to play it in gym,
really?
I would be like, I'm injured right now. I can't play because I was the captain of the swim team. And so I'd be like, coach doesn't want me playing anything in gym. And the gym coach would be like, fine. Okay, sit down. Every time. But if it was something else, if it was roller hockey or whatever, I would be out there. I'd be diving and blocking stuff. I'd be mauling people. It was so fun. But man. If it was volleyball, I'm like, nah, I'm injured right now. My knee hurts. I can't play. Or I have a big swim meet coming up.
Wow, that's so interesting. I was surprised to hear that you just couldn't hit it right. You couldn't judge where it was going.
I don't know where it's going. I don't know. I don't think I've ever hit the ball over the net in volleyball in my life.
That's really interesting. I'm surprised to hear that because you were a swimmer. You're certainly coordinated
in the water.
Yeah, but it just seems strange that it's you're that coordinated on one level. Those are adjacent things though. You're an athlete, so
I'd also never know if I should go for the ball or for someone else. I the ball is somewhat in the vicinity. I'd look for the next guy. Hey, you got it.
You got to communicate with your team. You got to be like, I got it.
I know. I was like, you get it. I'm never. I got it. You got it.
Yeah,
I never wanted to touch the ball. I've never hit the ball. I've never hit the ball over the volleyball net. I've never done it in my life.
Dude, I'm gonna come up later this summer. We're gonna set up a volleyball net, and we'll keep you out there till you do it.
You'll see how bad you'll be there.
I want you to have this.
You'll be there for days. No, I don't want it.
No, I want you to have it.
I don't want it. I don't want to deal with this crap.
You probably feel better. Or just one little bump over the net, and then
no, it wouldn't feel better. It's not like we're gonna be playing a real game.
Do you ever play badminton or anything?
No, I've seen a badminton. I don't even know what they're called. The pedals.
Shuttlecock. Yeah, that's really what it's called. Shuttlecock.
Okay, I've seen the badminton shuttlecocks, and I tossed it around. I've never actually played a game though. I don't even know how
You've tossed it around.
Yeah,
no, I got
we had one when I was a kid, and we had tennis rackets. So I'd be bouncing it, and see how many times I could bounce it. That's my extent of badminton. I don't know. I don't even know how badminton's played. Is it like tennis? How do you?
Yeah, it's just handheld, more like racket.
Yeah.
We used to have step one up at we would have an annual picnic at my house in the summer growing up.
Yeah.
And they would set up a badminton net.
Oh man, badminton games get really intense.
You best believe it, man. I was out there diving for points and stuff. Seriously, at 10 years old, saving the day out there. Saving the day.
That's incredible.
Yeah, put that on my, put that in your lunch bucket. So
I will.
yeah, man.
Go
So
on lunch.
anyhow, where were we? Yeah, I never even thought about. Look, I didn't put this. I don't put this much thought into the Jordan LeBron GOAT debate, because at this point it's just a tired act, you know.
Wait, how are we getting? You said how are we getting back to that? I thought.
Oh well, no, I just saw the gun in the background and it kind
I
of piqued
thought
my.
I thought we were talking about soccer and we're going way back.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was just thinking. Okay, yeah. Let me switch back. My bad. No, I'm like over here looking at the lineup. Then
So anyway, Hershey's Hershey Park.
Well, I just think you should give the soccer a chance, man.
I have given it a chance. I've tried to watch it. I legitimately tried, and I was like, this is horrible and boring. And honestly, I think it's very popular because not only is it easy to play. That's a big component. Like a lot of kids in poor countries only can play soccer. That's the only thing they play. But like another component is that a lot of these people don't know like better sports. They just don't know what's better out there. Because they don't know the rules of football, NFL football. And I think if they knew the rules, that they would like it a lot more. Because there's actually like strategy involved in like football.
You ever watch a rugby match? I don't understand that. I never tried to learn either. Really.
I've never seen it. I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't had access to it. And it's no reason to.
You're anti-rugby, I think.
No, I'm not.
I've tried to like. I don't know, on like just random occasions, like try to watch and figure it out, but I can't figure it out.
Ben Wasley was telling me that cricket games can last like 3 days.
Holy cow!
Talking about games you don't know it's going to
end. That's horrible. You know what I should do? How about I go out? I'll be like the mascot for the cricket games, and I'll pogo stick for the whole game, and then maybe then I'll break the world record. I'll be like a sideshow too, like entertainment. You know, they'll pay me, and it'll be a double.
That would be a cool sport: pogo sticking and trying to hit a ball.
Well, what like hit a ball like with a baseball bat? You mean?
Yeah, like while you're on a pogo stick,
like bouncing on it. Yeah, I mean that would be incredibly difficult. Plus, like you have to balance it without like holding on. I could pogo stick holding on with one hand. Yeah. But once you take like both hands off, because I tried it and fell many times. I was an avid pogoer, man.
I know. I heard you're the best.
Yeah, that's yeah. Remember those dating videos they used to have, and like like it would be like, "Hi, like I'm looking for,"
Oh God, yeah.
Put that on there.
Hi, my name is Steve. I like to take long walks on the beach.
Yeah,
and I'm looking for my soulmate. It's so awkward, this video.
Yeah, I mean, we all do the exact same thing now. It's just in a different format.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know. I mean, no one's like sounding that corny. I don't know. It sounds like creepy almost. Although I guess with I guess with like with OnlyFans and stuff like that. I mean, we talked about that video where that guy paid the girl at what's her name? I forget her name, but he paid her like millions of dollars, and they paid, and then on top of that, he paid her $200,000 just to meet her.
And I don't know, man. I don't know if I believe that. I mean, what kind of dude would do that?
A guy
just to meet a girl? Come on.
Well, he thought, I think he thought that he was going on a date with her, because like the first thing he says, like, what do you bring to the dating table? It's just like, is this real right now?
How do you? I don't know. Like, how do you get to that point? And like, okay, maybe someone might argue like, oh, like if you have that much money, like that's like nothing to them. But like, how do you get to the point where it's like you're gonna pay someone like just to meet? I don't know. Maybe I'm not with it anymore. I just especially that much.
It's so weird, like especially because there's so much free porn out there. Like why I don't know, like that's true. Like why would you pay millions of dollars to a girl? And like for what? It's not like you're not. It's not like she's a prostitute and you're gonna like actually have sex with her. You're seeing naked pictures of her and videos, which like you can see for free. You can watch other women for free.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I don't know what kind of metrics we could look up, but I'd like to see the situational and people that use those AI girlfriends. I see those ads. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
People, I'm telling you, it's people are gonna do it. People are gonna do it
Yeah.
for sure. And then it's like people who can't talk, dudes who have no idea how to talk to women. It's like I could see how that could be exciting to them. I could see how that would be exciting. They have, you got to understand, like they have no experience like talking to women. Like there's very shy like dudes out there. I could see how that would be exciting. And then eventually, like over time, because like it just erodes. Like then you might like meet like some guys who are like, yeah, like they could go out and like meet a girl, but like okay, like the AI girlfriend, like it's just far less, like it's just more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could see someone being like, it's just easier this way as things like slowly like start to move that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I mean, I definitely think, I mean, I see the ads a lot more than I would think to see ads for something like that. Hey, what's up, word of mouth influencer? Great
There you
fan
go.
here.
It's the
Thank
answer
you.
to the title. Yes. So we have someone agreeing with me, and we
Yeah.
have two mules in a cart agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
though you called us American trash, basically, for liking Saved by the Bell and McDonald's, which we don't even like McDonald's.
yeah, McDo.
Yeah.
I watched actually word of mouth influencer, and I watched Super Size Me recently together. We hung out recently. I know we talk about that documentary like every other show.
Yeah, we do.
Do you remember the Super Size? Those cups were like a bucket, man.
I know, and I think we talked about that last week, where I said that it's really dumb that they would get rid of it, because all they need to do is order 2 large sodas, and they basically have the same thing.
That one guy on there was drinking like, I can't remember. I don't want to put the wrong number in here, but it was at least 2 liters of soda every day.
That's insane. I mean, I have a can. I have cans of soda here, which I drink, and I'm done now. I've moved on to Apple a Snapple iced tea, lemon iced tea. Shout out to those companies.
Shout out. Do you remember this drink? It was called Whipple Snapple. It was like a almost like a fruit cream drink. It was for like a very limited time. I want to say I was like 13 or 14, and it was in stores. And then like all of a sudden, like it just like for maybe I want to say a year or two. I could be way off, but it was not very long. I love that stuff. Whipple Snapple. It was like,
Never heard of it.
see if you can find yeah. So you mind searching for it? Sorry, I don't mean to.
How dare you?
Yeah, Whipper Snapple. Oh yeah, there it is.
Whipper Snapple.
It was almost like it was like more like a smoothie texture. I loved it.
I don't like smoothies. I really don't like.
You don't like smoothies?
I don't like the texture of it. Like, taste is okay. I just like the thick drink. I was like, it's just not very like thirst quenching to me.
Oh well, certainly that's not a drink that I would get like for to quench my thirst though.
I'm just thinking like today I got to my parents' house, and it was super hot today, and like I walk in, and the AC in my car is not great. Which I never use the AC if I'm by myself, but if the kids are in there, I try to use it, but it's not great. And so I'm like super hot, like coming in, and my niece, she comes in and is like, "Here, Walt, here's a drink I made up." I'm like, "What is this?" And she's like, "Oh, it's like strawberry, blueberry, and orange juice, and it's a smoothie." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna like say no." So I take a drink, and it's like, it doesn't taste bad, but it's like super thick and warm. I'm like, this is not what I wanted at all. I just wanted a glass of cold water.
This is not what I wanted at all.
No, it was
and it's like got all these fancy ingredients in there. It's very green.
Like I said, it didn't taste bad. It was just like a warm, thick liquid when I'm so hot. It's like, this is not. Yeah, I need cold water.
I mean, yeah, I like smoothies, but I don't really have occasion to drink them that much. Hey, let me ask you this: would you ever, if you were like thirsty, like walking around there like, oh, I'm thirsty, would you ever get a glass of milk? Please say no.
What do you mean? If I had no other options?
Well, no, this isn't like a life or death. You're not like dying of thirst or anything.
No, we're not even talking about life or death. Let's just say, for example, like I'm like walking around Las Vegas, and I don't have any water on me, and I'm really thirsty, and then I go to a counter and I'm like, oh, can I have a soda or water? They're like, oh, we only have milk. For some reason, I don't know why. I would be like, yeah, I mean, sure, but it's not like it would not be on my top 50 list of drinks,
Yeah, I'm not saying you're in any sort of like unique situation or like life or death situation. Like, would you just be like, oh, like open the fridge and you're in there like, oh, like purple stuff, like Sunny D, like oh, milk. Yeah, like you're like, I'm thirsty, and like you happen to choose milk. I cannot tell you the last time I drank a glass of milk. I mean, the only time I really drink milk is with cereal.
But chocolate milk I've had.
I haven't even had chocolate. I was never like a huge milk fan, but I know someone who told me that like they'll drink milk when they're thirsty. And I'm not saying like coming back from a jog or nothing, but like but I would never. There's nothing thirst quenching about milk. Like, why would that be the choice? I find that so strange, and
No, it's almost like a smoothie. I think compare it, like if I had to choose between smoothie and milk, if I'm super hot and like dehydrated, I think I'd actually choose milk, just because it feels like it would be colder and whereas like smoothie is just like it's so thick and warm.
You're a milker, aren't you? Yeah, I don't know, man. I could never imagine like choosing milk to quench my thirst or attempt to quench my thirst.
No, like I said, it's not in my top 50. Is it my top 100? I don't know. Like,
wait, it's not in your top 50
for thirst quenching drinks?
I don't think I could name more than like 9 drinks. You have a top 50 list?
Oh yeah, I have it right here. Let me.
You want to know something funny? I was thinking about this the other day. I was just
no joke. This is my top 50 list of thirst quenching drinks. Actually, it's not true. It's
dude, you actually had me for a second.
Welcome to the Y.
Welcome to the Y.
Yeah.
What, are you having trouble finding your way around in that?
Yeah, actually, I signed up. I signed up for the Y 3 weeks ago. I still haven't gone. I had to do it. I had no choice.
Got to get in there. I used to belong to the Y.
I didn't have a choice. I had to sign up for the Y. But I'll be going soon enough.
What's the situation? Maybe I don't, because I only ever knew the YMCA as like the gym. Like, what other services does the YMCA provide? Because according to the song, you can get yourself clean, you can have a good meal. I only ever went there to work out. I never knew about these other options. So like they offer like other services, right?
Yeah. They have stuff for kids, which is great. They have a snack bar, so you can get a meal of sorts. And you can, I always see like old men in the locker room, brushing their teeth and shaving, which I never understood for the life of me. Why they like what?
Wait,
what
simultaneously?
Yes. Yes. No. So can you imagine? What if you do it like the opposite? You take the toothbrush and like it's accidentally start going on your face and like the razor on your teeth.
At this point, I wouldn't put anything crazy past anybody at this point in the world. So.
But no. But honestly, you always see those like old folks in the gym locker rooms like shaving and then brushing their teeth. It's like, what? Oh, you can do this at home? Like,
yeah. Yeah. I know it's weird. I don't know.
I was like, what happened in your life that you're doing this at the gym?
There's like some. Okay, are we gonna go here? There's like gym locker rooms are weird. It's like there's like some like there's always like one dude like he's just like strutting around completely naked. It's like why are you doing that? Yeah, there's
one dude.
Why are you doing that? Put a freaking towel on, dude.
It's half the old guys in there are strutting around naked with their balls like flopping around. It's horrible.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
It's so disturbing.
I don't know.
Like, I always try to cover up the gym. Like if I'm changing, I will put if I'm done swimming, I'll dry myself off, then I'll put my shirt on, and I'll take my swim trunks off, so like no one can like see my junk. Not that I care too much, but like like, you know, if I'm someone else, you know, it's like I wouldn't want to see some guy like, and just me, I wouldn't want to see another guy's like junk, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's like the locker room, but I don't know. Whatever. I'm sure someone has a different argument. I don't know. Like, I mean, you can do that there, but I don't know. I wouldn't. I think it's. I don't know. I show up in my gym clothes and I go drive home sweaty, so that's how I roll.
Well, I mean, like if you swim like I do, unless you want to go
Yeah.
home in your swim trunks, which is not comfortable.
Yeah, that's not the recommended method. Yeah.
No, especially if it's the winter time, it's cold. You know, you have to get changed, so you don't have a choice in that instance. But for me, if I was just lifting weights, I would not even change. I'd go in with my gym clothes. I'd leave with
Yeah.
the gym clothes and then I'd
Yeah,
shower at
yeah.
home. You know, that's what I would do. But like I said, I don't know what happened in these people's lives to lead them to like do all this stuff in the locker room. Or like just wait till you get home. You don't have to shave now. You can shave at home. You don't have to bring your razor and shaving cream. Like, it just seems so ridiculous to do this.
One time I was working a convention in Philadelphia, and there was like the convention center is like right by the train station there, and like we were walking over there, but like I had to go to the bathroom, and I was like trying to find a bathroom here, like in like the train station section of it, and I went in there, and I don't know like what they're doing, but there was like one dude in there. He had a towel around him, no shirt on, and he was shaving. He's like, like he was screaming. Like I took one step in and I saw that, and I booked it out of there. I found another. Like, why are you like screaming at the top of your lungs while you're shaving with your shirt off in a public bathroom? Like, what's the situation
like
here?
A crazy person.
Yeah, how do we get to here? So I was like, yeah, I better.
Yeah,
I'll find a different restroom. I can rest a little later. But
see the news story, like a man in gym locker room like murders 5 people with his razor.
Yeah, I know. It's like, why are you? Okay, like maybe someone can probably provide a good counter argument to what I'm about to say, but like there was like this guy, I don't even know like where he worked in this building that I used to work at, and he would come into the bathroom like I feel like I've seen him go in like a couple times a day. He's got like his toothbrush and his floss. He has like a whole zip up bag. And
like, what are you flossing at the gym?
Yeah, no. This is at the office.
Oh, your office. Okay.
Yeah. And like he goes,
So,
like, he's in there brushing his teeth at the office and like flossing and like, and it's an ordeal. Like he's not doing this in like a couple of minutes. He's seemingly there like what feels like 5 to 8 minutes. It's like,
right.
I mean, I can appreciate that you're trying to take. It's like, do you need to do that here in the public? I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair. I can be an ass sometimes, you know. I'm just. I mean, it's a serious inquiry.
Yeah, I don't get it. I really like it's not as bad as the gym thing, but it's still pretty bad. I don't know. Maybe he sleeps in the office. Like, could he do that? That is, some people sleep in the office.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess I should be more fair here. See how I stay open minded about things.
There you go.
Yeah. See, I'm doing really great. What else do I have for you on the docket here?
Well, let's Papa Smurf's question has been up here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How's
it going, Papa Smurf? I'm sorry, man.
What app to use to buy stocks? I mean, I use E-Trade personally. The only thing I don't like about E-Trade is that you can't trade after hours, but I tend to be in. I mean, the only thing I'm in right now is are puts on high leveraged ETFs, which are a gold mine, as we discussed last week. I showed you this chart last week, and I'll show you again. And I'm doing this because we will. I'll show you another chart. So a StockX stock. Let's go to Yahoo show it. Let's see. Yahoo's always like finicky. So you go to all, and so I showed this last time in what date was this? August of 2010. This ETF, it's not a stock, but this ETF is trading for $4 billion a share, as you can see. For actually 4.18 billion a share.
You had 20 shares at the time.
Yeah, right. Elon now could afford that. Yeah. So this in August 2010 was 4.2 billion a share. Now this price right now is $4.72. So if you invested 4.2 billion into this in 2010, you only have $4.72 left over.
Can't even get your burger at McDonald's anymore, but it might be able to get you the toothbrush, toothpaste, and floss you can do in the McDonald's bathroom if you want.
Yeah, exactly.
So
right?
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta find the silver lining. You gotta stay positive through it all,
Right, sure. But like
when you lose, $4 billion losses, that happens,
It's a hell of an offset. Like if you made 4 billion in the stock market, you could just take it as a loss and just write it off. But anyway, these leveraged ETF stocks, they're not stocks, but you know what I mean. They just are they are a Ponzi scheme. They lose so much money. Let me give you another one. MSTX Mystics. This is a 2x long on MicroStrategy. Let's go to all. Here we go. And this is pretty recent. This came out in August of 2024, so not as nearly as long. This opened $200 a share, right? Not a share. What do you know? You know what I mean? Its peak was here at was $1,000, and now it's 1618. So if you bought puts on this, if you bought one put on this, that is $100,000 you made on it if you just held it.
Wow.
Obviously you'd have to roll it over and stuff because it's there's expiration dates on every options contract, but rolling is pretty easy. You just extend it to whatever. So yeah, if you bought here, if you bought it one put, which probably would have gone for, I don't know, a couple $100, $500, $600, $700, your put would be worth $100,000 right now. And what if you bought 10? So all these things, all these leveraged ETFs go to zero. They all go to zero. They have to. What's another example? Let me see real fast. I have it here. Top of my head. Here we go. QBTX. Is that a good one? Let's see.
Qubert.
Yeah, qubits. This one is even more recent. Let's see. Yeah. So this opened pretty low, but this went to in October 2025. So 8 months ago, it was at $95, and now it's at $15. If you puts on it, you'd be rock and rolling. Let's see. Tesla Q. Let's see. How about this one? They'll give me one more. This one was in November 2022. Sorry, December 2022 was $1,458. Now it's at $1,837. All these go to zero, and people, I see it all the time. I see people, they're like, oh, I bought 100 shares of Sox S. I'm like, why? You're gonna lose money. Like it might go up in the intermediate, like maybe a little bit, but it'll eventually go to zero. It's like the limit of X approaches zero. That's what it will go to. Just buy puts on these things. You make money.
Wow, what are you, an algebra teacher?
Yes, that's calculus. It's calculus.
I know. I actually took calculus, so I know. Yeah, I played the game.
I took Calc 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, okay.
The Calc 3 was. Did I ever tell you my Calc 3 stories real quick?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
it was it was a Russian teacher. The class, because Calc 1 was a big class. Yeah. The Calc 1 class is so big. Calc 2 class is smaller, but still big. Calc 3, there are 8 people in there, and so he gives a test. Only two questions, but there's Calc 3 so convoluted it takes like an hour to solve these. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I started one. I'm like number one. I start doing stuff. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Let me go to 2. 2's even harder. So I'm like, what the heck is that? I'm gonna fail this. I feel like feeling. I know. I'm like I'm getting a 0. I was 0 out of 2 on this, and so I'm just like I tried, but it was horrible. So I hand him the paper, and the next 2 days later he grades it, and he's like and he has this Russian accent. He's like, I very disappoint you. Everybody gets 0. I'm like, oh, cool. Not the only one, thank God. And so he's like, I will show you how you do these problems. And so he goes to the chalkboard. He starts writing and like he's writing for like 5 minutes. He's doing these like complicated equations, and then he stands there for like a minute, just like looking at the chalkboard. He's like, I don't know how to do this.
Oh my god, that's horrible, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when I took Calc 1, like I don't know, somehow when I transferred, some math that wasn't pre-calc satisfied pre-calc whenever I transferred, because none of any of how that works makes any bit of sense. So like I was going in there like I didn't have any pre-calc, and like there is no scarier feeling. Remember like the old textbooks that's like old now, the odd for all math books, the odd answers were in the back.
Yeah,
there is no like scarier feeling, man. Well, I mean, I'm embellishing, of course, but there's no scarier feeling like when you're doing the problems and it's like, okay, I have no idea like how I got to this answer, and it's correct. That's dude, that's a scary, because I'm like, I don't even know what I did or what I solved for. I hope this is it. And to have that like uncertainty, I mean, I ended up getting a B in the class, but
yeah,
I really, really had to work hard. I really did. But just that uncertainty, like feeling like of it, like I really, really worked hard and got decent at it. But just going in, it's like, what if I just forget or like try to take the problem too far or like not far enough or so it was. I was glad to be out of there. I was glad to be out of there.
I am glad that I no longer have to do any schoolwork, like any of that nonsense, any studying, like all that's behind us. No term papers, no thesis, no pop quizzes, no group projects. Like it's all
pop quizzes.
It's all behind us. We don't have to do that ever again. I remember doing my final paper in college, and I finished, and I'm like, I'm done. I never have to do this again. This is incredible. It's like the best feeling. It's so good.
I remember I've got a good story here for you. I may have told you this before. So when I graduated from UCF in 2018, I passed all my classes, like, and then I had my last final, which was our capstone class, strategic management. And that was not an easy class. Somehow I managed to get like an 88 on the midterm. And then like we had like all these presentations. Our group had to write like a 40-page paper, and like, but we were acing them. So like there I am, like, because like I went to, it was a long and winding road of finishing school for me. So I was like, here I am, like at the very end, the last thing I have to do before I finally graduate is take this capstone, like the strategic management final. Yeah. So like I go to sit down and like study, and I was like, wait a second. Like I have an A in the course. Like even if I got a 0, I'd still get a B-.
Wow.
It's like, no, I just went in blind. Dude, I got a 46 after the curve.
God.
And I got a B+ in the class. I didn't care. I was like, I'm out, man. What am I gonna, and so, no, do your very best and everything. And I'm a believer in that.
Yeah,
I'm a believer in that. But like, it's not gonna just let me have my moment. I don't want to sit here and study this crap. I'm finally done.
That was like week 18 in NFL. You already clinched playoff berth. You're sitting your starters.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So it's like, because I think I did tell that story to somebody, and they're like, "Oh, I would have," and that's fine. No, but look, I understand. Like, I can see the noble side of that. You want to be excellent in everything you do. I respect that, and I believe in that. But in this specific moment, because I was like, I'm ready to be out of here, because I was going to be like, this is going to be like a 6 or 7 hour study session, and I was like, wait a second, it just occurred to me. It's like, I don't need to do any of this. Into the testing center I went, and I was home scot-free, baby.
That's awesome.
I was, and I laughed so hard when I saw my score too. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. I didn't know anything. For you.
Yeah, I was like me, and the final I ever took in college was Russian history. I only took it just because I only needed like 9 credits to graduate, and you need 12 to be a full-time student. And so I took this class for 3 credits, and my sister was in it too with me. So I was like, why not? I was like, why not? Like I had the teacher before too for something else.
Oh, okay.
So like, my sister's in it. The professor I liked. I didn't give 2 F's about that class. Like I always showed up like 20 minutes late. I'd come in like, and Jackie, my sister, should be like, I'd have to ask her when the midterms and the finals were. And the day of the final, I went out drinking with that hot blonde lawyer chick and Ryan. We were sitting at the bar, Cafe 210. We were just sitting outside. It's a great day, great and nice weather. and we're just drinking for like 3 hours. And then my sister comes along. She's like, it's 6 o'clock. We got to go take the final. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go. And so she drags me, and like, I'm so drunk. Like I threw up like later that night.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I come in, and like, there used to be this smoking hot girl like in front of me. And she always had like, she always wore like skirts. I mean, like she had nice legs. And I like whispered to Jackie, I'm like, where's the girl with the hot girl with the nice legs? And she's like, Walt, stop yelling. Like,
Oh my God.
I had no volume control. Like, people were like there's like one person just like laughing, like one person just like looking at me, like this is laughing at me. So they knew I was drunk. And I was it was such a like a tough experience to take this test, because I swear I could not read the bottom half of each page. I could only do the top half. Like, the bottom half is just like this mental barrier I just couldn't cross. And like, I was like, even like tilting my paper this way. I was like, and the proctor saw me. It's like, move me to the back, because he thought I was cheating. I was like, I just didn't see the paper. And then on the back, because we got extra credit questions, and she's like, my professor's like, you have to write the answer on the back. And I wrote on the back, I'm like, please don't give me any extra credit. I was late to your class all the time. I wrote this in the final. And so we collected our test scores the 2 days later, or I think 3 days later. So this is senior week by then. And I got an 86.
Oh, wow. Wow, man. I remember they made me at my school. So first off, let me tell you something. I don't think I've met anyone else that had this grading system that I'm about to explain to you that I had at my high school. Okay, so here's how the grading worked. 93 to 100 was an A. 85 to 92 was a B. 77 to 84 was a C. 70 to 76 was a D. And anything 69 or lower was an F.
It's stupid.
And like, I never understood. I thought that was the norm. And then like then I got to college, and people, like, I would tell people that was our grading system in high school, and they're like, what?
Yeah,
like,
that's dumb.
Like, no one. Yeah, it's like, but actually, in a way, it worked out to my advantage, because sometimes I would like get a test back or something. It's like, oh, 91, I just missed an A. I'm like, oh no, wait, that is an A.
Yeah,
that happened to me like many times. Or I'm like, damn, an 82, like, I can't believe I got a C. I'm like, oh, wait a second, that's a B. That happened to me. It was a good feeling. So hey, at the end of the day, I reaped the benefits.
Yeah, that's I don't know why.
Isn't that a strange system? Don't you think that's a strange system?
It's terrible. Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe it made me better.
Yes,
push me to be better.
If it wasn't for that system, you wouldn't be where you are today.
Hell, I hold myself to a higher standard now.
I know. Think about how poorly off you would be if it wasn't for that system.
Yeah, I'd be over in the corner eating Cocoa Stones.
Yeah, you'd be watching much more soccer.
I'm telling you, if you give it a try, I tried to explain this to you. No, I tried to explain this to you about the WNBA too, because you gotta understand, like, it. If you're looking for, like, there are some really good plays, but like, and then obviously, like, like, you've seen all the blooper reels, but there are some good sequences, but like, you got to go into it. It's like a different type of entertainment. It's a different type of entertainment.
What are you talking?
Sometimes they have some good sequences for sure. I've witnessed it with my own eyes.
The one sequence where the girl gets 6 rebounds for herself because she keeps missing. Does that count?
No, look, what I'm saying is there are moments where it's good, but like, you got to go into it like knowing, like, it's a different form of entertainment.
I don't believe you.
I'm gonna buy you the WNBA package this Halloween for your Halloween gift.
Halloween gift. Is it? I thought WNBA ends by Halloween. No.
Yeah, I think it's late. Yeah, but you'll be ready for next year.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be all set, man.
I'm so
you can
excited.
check out like the news and whatnot. No, but like, you should give it a try. It's fun to watch. I have a good time watching it.
Which one?
WNBA.
No, you don't.
Oh yeah.
I think you want to try to believe. I think you want to believe that you have fun, but I don't think you do.
How do you figure that?
I think you're trying to sell yourself on.
It's like, I think you want to make yourself believe that. Like, oh, How'd you come to that conclusion? Oh man, we have a good time here. We have a good time.
Yeah.
Oh
But I
my
don't
God.
know. But as far as soccer is concerned, it's just like I think people, I think especially in America, I think people try. I think it's the same thing. I think people try to try to like fit in, and they want to kind of like get on the bandwagon and be
Mhm.
like, "Oh, Team USA, woo!" And like they can't even name a person on Team USA, maybe one
Yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
and you know, and
yeah,
I can appreciate that it brings the community together, though. But like, yeah, like I'll enjoy it. Like, I don't think that USA's team is very good. I hope they win, but I don't think that's they're usually not that good.
do
So I don't.
you really hope they win? I feel like I don't
Well,
care.
like, I really have no interest in it otherwise. Like, I'll check it out. Like I enjoy the action, but like I have no dog in the fight. Like,
Yeah, for me, I don't care if they win or lose. To me, it doesn't matter.
well, it doesn't matter to me either. But if you're going to ask me like who, if I could pick a team to win, yeah, I'm going to say USA.
My answer is I guess it's the same thing for the NFL. It's like which team am I betting on? Except I'm not betting on any soccer team. I don't know if you bet on any soccer.
I've not. No, I don't know. I don't know anything. But I'm saying I'm not like one of those. I'm not like, yeah, World Cup. Like, but I'll check it out and I'll appreciate it. So, it. I have seen some instances where it can be really exciting. So,
You
yeah,
want to bet on USA 40-1,
no, I don't. And it starts on time. So
but does not end
yeah,
on time, and that's what matters.
maybe you just don't understand the clock system.
I I don't think anyone does. Honestly, I don't think anyone can answer when a game ends. There's some cool teams, cool countries up here, and that's our betting breakdown of the World Cup.
Yeah, I've been outside a lot. You might see my face is a little red because I've been walking outside like 3 to 4 miles like almost every day. So I'm actually getting like a little bronze for me. But it finally rained. We had like a pretty bad storm here earlier. And you know what's funny is like every single time it rains somewhere, there's like a 45-year-old dude like looking out his window like this, going, "We sure needed it."
That's it.
Like, why is that the line?
That's every
Every rainfall, someone says that.
that's every hockey coach. Just like 60 minutes.
Hey,
That's all they do. They don't do anything. They just stand there
let
like
me
mannequins.
let me tell you something about. I was texting you about they're interviewing Rod Brindamore, the Carolina. I almost said Carolina Panthers.
Flyers legend. Rod
Yeah,
Brindamore.
the Carolina Hurricanes coach. It's like there's 5 minutes to go in the first period. Like they're about to do the face off, and they're here like, "What did you see in the first?" It's like, I mean, are you being serious right now? I mean, like they're about to drop the puck, and like this guy, like Rod Brindamore, is in like the biggest biggest game he's ever coached in his career to date, and you're coming up here with a microphone, like in Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't know, like who is that for? Like I think it's maybe for like a little kid. Like I think maybe when I was a kid, like I was watching basketball, I might be like, oh, cool, like talk to the players or something. I don't know. Like who is that for? I mean, this is like as high stakes as it gets here. And you're going to interrupt it with like a bunch, and it's always going to be like a press conference is different because you can have some wild moments there, of course, but like it's essentially like the same generic thing. Well, we're going to make some adjustments, and they really came out strong, and we're starting to warm up. Like it's essentially the same message every time. Like at this point, it's just like filler.
That organization is a great hockey team. We have to, but our organization is in our house.
Yeah,
we have to our organization. We have to protect our house.
Yeah. Yeah, but that, yeah, I mean, like I think that they have to have like they must have some contractual obligation, like with ESPN or whatever, to like participate in that, because I can't imagine that they do that like voluntarily. Like, okay, like we'll do that. It's like I'd be like, get out of here. I have a Stanley Cup Finals game to coach. Like we're not like in a timeout here.
What if they look forward to it the whole time? They're like, I can't wait to talk to this interviewer. He's going to talk about our organization.
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
What he's going to ask me about. Kind of wait for it.
Yeah, but it's just like because I would be irritated by that. It's like, dude, do you understand where we are here? And look, I'm not blaming the reporter, like specifically. It's like it's the whole system that they have set up there with their how they do their interviews.
Yeah.
In between TV timeouts. But yeah, I don't, and they did that. They would do that too, like in the dugout in baseball. Like they'd have like the coach mic'd up and he's like leaning there. It's like, I should make a I'm sure there is one, a compilation video. It's like where you're talking to the manager and like his team gives up like a freaking, dinger or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's I don't the sideline interviews. It just never got. I never liked them. I don't know. Maybe you felt that for me as a kid, but when you're an adult, it's like why are you going? Why are you asking these questions? And they're usually like dumb questions. Oh, how'd you feel about this? Or what adjustments do you have to make? What was the difference in the second half?
Yeah,
questions. It's the same 3 questions.
And when they win like a big game, like they win the championship or they're going, they just advance to the Super Bowl. It's like, what does this moment mean to you right now? It means everything, So,
yeah.
We've been here since day 1 training camp.
I know.
I love it though. Keep it coming. I want more. I want. You know what? I'm gonna call ABC and ESPN and be like, hey, can you do more of those coach interview segments? We love them.
we need more.
I'll be like, my name's Walter.
Walter football needs
Walter football. Like he was just talking about like how much he loved those. I don't know. I just feel it's like they got a job to do.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, someone pays them to do it, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do the interview? You mean? I don't know. I don't know if they're getting extra money, like in game interview, because they'll usually interview the coach or the manager, like for baseball, like for a whole half inning, or at least part of the half inning.
Yeah,
at least from what I can see. I would just kind of be like, hey, man, like and then if they're doing that, I don't know that they were doing the World Series, but they probably were. Like, can you imagine that in the World Series? It's like, go away, man.
Yeah.
We're trying to do something here. But no, but you know what? If it's like I said, I probably would have enjoyed that as a kid. So that's cool. Someone's probably like, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm not trying to. I don't want anyone watching to think I'm a hater of any kind. I just try to work these things out and figure out what it's all about.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm glad you clarified that because I think some people might have thought you were a hater.
Yeah, I really covered myself there. Oh man!
So that was our soccer betting preview. There, as you can see on the screen here, there are some good odds.
We're gonna get some angry comments on that one.
And there's some teams here with flags, and one of them is going to win. And if you pick the right one, you win money. So that is our betting preview for soccer.
Hey, I was thinking about the '85 Bears. You want to know something?
Want to talk more about soccer? Jeez.
I was thinking about the '85 Bears because they went 15-1. The only team that beat them was Miami on that Monday Night Football game.
Yeah, we get a rematch of that this year.
Oh, what we get? What Bears and Dolphins?
Yeah, I assume that the Bears are going to want revenge.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. That they were the only team that beat them that year, but I think a lot of people forget they got upset. I'm almost certain by the Patriots because the Bears blew out the Patriots in that Super Bowl. I think it was 46-10, but the Patriots upset the Dolphins in the AFC Championship game. Could you imagine? Because like one thing about that '85, because I watched the documentary a 1,000 times now, that team in that season they really didn't face a whole lot of adversity.
Yeah,
they didn't. Yeah, like I mean, before that season they did, but like it was kind of like everyone was partying, like everyone was enjoying it. They were winning almost every game. The defense was incredible.
Yeah, one of the more fun teams to be in the NFL.
Yeah, but like they didn't really face any adversity, or I say, I mean, every team did, but that much. But like, isn't it crazy to think like that whole season could have been for not the only like if they had played Miami in the Super Bowl, if that upset didn't happen, and then Miami beat them in the Super Bowl, like that would have been a completely different. Like the Bears would, because they weren't nervous at all playing the Patriots, but I know they would have been if they were playing the Dolphins.
Oh yeah,
that would be something, man.
Well, it was like the Patriots lost to the Giants, and they were undefeated. Had they beaten the Giants, if they beaten the Giants, people would be saying this is the best team of all time.
Exactly, but it's just I don't know. the Dolphins. Remember that year they went 1-15. That Patriots perfect season.
Yeah.
That's so funny. They beat the Ravens in overtime. I remember that.
Yeah, that was
Cam Cameron was a coach.
Cam Cameron did not go to the 4th preseason game. He did not go to his own game because he said he was too busy trying to make roster cuts. He literally did that. He literally skipped the final preseason game.
I one day hope to reach that level of not caring.
I know. It's like office space level. What exactly do you do here?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen. I actually watched a video essay on that recently. That's such a great movie. I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's incredible. I've seen it a few times. I think the last time I saw it, I was actually at Penn State. I think I may have seen, or I don't know, maybe one after. But I remember I had a date with a girl, and we saw it in our dorm, in my dorm. So, and then she left, and then nothing happened. So a date.
Nice.
Yeah.
But now what was I saying about so the Bears and Dolphins are playing again this year?
Yeah, it's a big game for both teams.
Okay.
Because the Bears will be favored by like 20, and the Dolphins of course have the Packers in week 15 or 16. And Andy and I went over that game, and Andy didn't buy that I thought the Packers could be, so the Dolphins could beat the Packers, because it's the ultimate revenge for them all. Every person in the organization really wants to beat the Packers, because they come from that team, and no one knows them more than that. Like, there's no one in the NFL who knows the Packers more than the Dolphins, except for the Packers themselves.
I would bet against the Packers every game this year. I bet they're gonna be like 5-12, man. I'm telling you. I'm a fan of the team saying that. It's going to be a terrible year, I think. I hope I'm wrong, but
they do have some easy games, and we'll bring up the schedule. So let's do win-loss toss up, which Andy and I have done for every team so far. Vikings at Minnesota, week 1. What happens here?
They're probably gonna lose.
No Micah Parsons, right? So yeah, I agree with that. So
they'll probably unconvincingly beat the Jets.
You think they'll beat the Jets? I actually have them losing to the Jets.
Oh wow!
I think that the Jets are not as bad as people think. They have they have some good veterans now. They signed Micah Fitzpatrick, Tavondre Sweat, Damari Davis. So these are all really good players. And they've Garrett Wilson back. They have Breece Hall back. They brought in a couple of good playmakers. They have 2 good tackles. It feels like the only bad part of their team is the interior line. And that's about it. I mean, not Geno Smith, obviously, unless you believe that he's a top 10 quarterback. But this team is not as bad as people think. Like, I think they can win 6 or 7 games. So, which would equal what the Packers will do, according to you. So, but I'll still mark them as a win. So, you have week 3 at home against Atlanta on Thursday night. So, short travel week for Atlanta here. What happens in this game?
I think, let me put it this way: between the Jets and the Falcons, those 2 games, I think the Packers will go 1-1 at best. They're going to lose one of those games.
Okay. Week 4 at Tampa Bay, the battle of the Bay of Pigs game, that old rivalry they used to have with Warren Sapp and Brett Favre. What happens in this one?
They ain't going to win that game.
All right.
Yep, it's going to take that one.
Week 5 at home against Chicago.
They're not going to win any of these games.
Week 6 home against Dallas.
No, they're going to lose every single one of these games.
Week 7 at Detroit.
Maybe they'll beat the Patriots.
What about week 8? The short trip for Carolina here, Thursday night. You don't think they could beat Carolina? I mean, revenge from last year.
I don't know, man. I have, I hate to be a doomsayer, but
can you at least give me a toss up?
Carolina's a toss up.
Carolina's a toss up. Was it about Patriots also a toss up?
No, they're not. Well, I don't know. I don't expect the Patriots. I mean, I definitely expect them to have a bad season too. I think there's too much of a chance of a cloud hanging over their head.
All right, I'll give them a toss up. Week what's this week 10 home against the Vikings. With
Maybe.
All right, so toss up here. You have the bye week, and then you have at the Rams on Thanksgiving Eve.
It's 3 losses in a row right there.
At Saints, you think that's the loss. Buffalo, and here's the big one. Week 15, home against the Dolphins.
I mean, they should win. I'll give them a win.
Okay. Week 16 at Chicago. On Christmas.
I'll go ahead and give it to them because maybe Parsons will be back and something will happen.
Okay, week 17, home against Houston. Keep in mind, Houston playing in frigid weather, being a Texas team in the Dome.
I'll give them a toss-up.
And then week 18, same thing with the Lions. Dome team playing in the freezing cold in Lambeau.
I don't know. I think the Lions are just going to be a whole lot better than Green Bay this year, and especially at that juncture, if Green Bay is as bad as I think they're going to be. I mean, how much effort you have to ask yourself, how much effort do you think they're going to put into it at that point? So yeah, I'll take the Lions. So, but okay. I mean, then you could say the same thing for Detroit. I mean, I think they're going to be a strong team that might be resting their people too. So
that's true. So how many wins is that? I've counted. Do you know how many? Just want to see.
It was like 3.
It's 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah. Which is right. Which is exactly what you said. 5-12.
Yeah. It's going to be an ugly year for the Packers, man.
Do you know what their win total is?
Like 9.5.
Yeah, I have it right here. Hold on. Damn it. I took off. I moved the page. Here we go. It is 9.5. The under is 9.5 plus 120.
Take alt under 7.5 if you can. I'm telling you, man. There's definitely a good chance it hits.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I mean, just saying, man. Just saying, because they're like one thing away from like things really falling apart. You got the Josh Jacobs situation. Micah Parsons is hurt. They lost Dub. They lost Wicks. Like what if Jordan? He's gotten hurt before. What if he gets hurt? Now it's like now what? What do you have there? As I pull my headphones out, like you know what I mean? Like
so
like
mad at this team.
Well, no, that was just got caught in my hands here. No, but it's like it wouldn't like that's. Not that unlike, that could definitely happen. And I just don't think it's going to be a good year for them. I hope I'm wrong, but
I think I have them at 6-11. So we're on the same wavelength there.
Oh man. I want fewest total wins.
No, that's the Dolphins.
No,
the Dolphins are so bad, and the Cardinals are almost as bad.
You think the Dolphins are going to beat the Packers? So that's one leg up. Let's take the Packers.
That's like one of 2 wins I have for the Dolphins.
Oh man, I wonder what Green Bay is. It's probably a really good number.
What?
Fewest wins.
Fewest wins.
Green Bay.
I haven't even seen those odds yet. So I don't know if they're up.
I don't know. I remember I took the Bears' fewest wins and they started out 2-1. I was like, well, so much for that. And then it hit. That was great. It tied. So like I got like a dead heat, but it still paid out. It was cool.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Heats, huh?
What's that?
Gotta love those dead heats, huh?
Oh yeah. That's my favorite.
Love winning less than you should. Right.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed our World Cup betting preview. If you like soccer, please leave in the comments and tell us why you like to torture yourself. And otherwise, thank you for watching and commenting. Really appreciate it. Please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video. Visit walterfootball.com. Tom, do you have anything to add before we sign off?
That's it. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Walter, it's fun as always, man.
Absolutely. All right, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you on Tuesday.